Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? It's Wednesday. Black Watch, Dorinda, Anna Marie, Michael. Who else did I see? Chuck. I think I saw Chuck. Tennessee Ridge Runner. Good to see you. Good to see all y'all. Put the link if anybody wants to join me. My phone died, so I can't do anything with it. So I'm not on the deck. Yes, I went early for a change. Well, my phone died. That's where I was watching Liberty Warrior. And by the time I got my computer up, it was over. I missed the end. Oh well. So, y'all want to see what I did today? Oh, there's Dorinda.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm still surprised you let me up.
Why?
Well, it's just because I'm just this crazy Canuck that, just comes and kind of...
Oh, we love you here.
Thank you. I love you too, and everybody else.
You want to see what I did today?
Sure.
Yes, I'm excited. I had a blast. Uh-oh. Yeah, my phone not working, and I don't know what the heck that was.
Somebody's calling you.
Well, that's odd that I can't turn it on to see what the heck it is.
Hello, hilarious too. I said
You
it right
missed it.
tonight.
Oh, no. Now, why don't you send me the video in Messenger? Well, that just stinks. I don't know. Because, well, yeah, I guess I could pull it up on the computer. I don't know. You don't need to see a video. I'll just show you the picture.
Okay.
Okay, put that there. Share screen. Share screen.
Awesome, Blackwatch. We should do that.
What are we doing?
Everybody should chip in for a desktop PC for Bonnie, and a desk to go with it, and a room to put it in, and a house to put it in, and a town to put the house in. Forget it. Laugh out loud.
Let's just go all the way. Okay.
Yeah, I just chuckled when I saw it. Hey, Shift Kicker.
No, I don't need. I'll get it figured out. Y'all just bear with me. Ta-da.
Oh, you're riding a bike.
Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I couldn't stop. I went around and I came back and I said, I'm in heaven to my mom. And then I just kept going and I'd sit there, one more.
Awesome.
And the gravel's really loose, so I kind of fishtailed around one of the curves because I kept wanting to go faster. And then when I took off, I spun out, but didn't wreck it. Mom just knew I was going to wreck it. It was fun.
Awesome.
It was 82 here today. It was perfect weather. I had on flannel. I shouldn't have had flannel on. I was baking.
Yeah. We were up to 7 degrees today.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And it was supposed to rain It still hasn't started raining, and then it's supposed to snow tonight.
Yes, wind therapy. That's a good word for it. The sun, the wind, it, it's just it's almost like riding a horse. To me, that is just freedom, just
Yeah.
pure freedom, just taking off and yep.
When my mom got with my stepdad, he had um, a horse and a pony. And he let my sister ride the pony, the little pony, but I got to ride the black horse. Oh, I loved it.
Cool. It is. It's amazing. And horses are so therapeutic. You wouldn't believe.
Well, I tried to go on the pony too, but I was too tall. So I had my freaking feet up around up on top of the horse's head and the little pony's head, and it wasn't real impressed with me.
Mm,
It took through 2 steps and kept trying to pop me off.
yep.
Hello, Chuck.
Let's,
You're muted. You're
hey,
muted,
Chuck.
Chuck.
What's going on? What's all that in Liberty going on with whatever that mountain man or whatever?
They were just kind of reiterating. He was clarifying the 11.3 thing from the Department of War, I think. Document. I don't know.
Well, I must have missed a lot today because I didn't understand what any of that was. But
Well, that's kind of the way I took it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
it sounded like it was good. And then I felt bad after listening to him because Frank's speech sends me emails like daily, and I just flip, flip them over to trash. Don't even look at them because it's the pillow ads. I
Yeah.
thought, but apparently there's information in there too. Guess I need to start opening them up.
Well, I guess maybe you better, Bonnie.
I guess so. Dang it.
Oh, the Department of Defense
Yeah, I didn't. I got
Energy
kind of pissed off when they missed 1/3 of what Russia's wanting. I kept saying Hawaii, 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 and nobody would pay attention to me. So I guess I'm going to go back
I
to
did.
not going and hanging out there anymore.
I commented. I commented on the Hawaii thing because I found
I
that
know
really
they
interesting.
didn't.
I
Oh
saw
no,
you
they
saying
didn't.
that too.
Nobody, even the mods, didn't acknowledge it. So
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna,
sorry.
I'm going to start laying my importance with other groups that I'm important with, and I'm not going to advertise anybody's room like I know y'all do. But if you don't let people advertise in their room, don't advertise in my room for other people. It's only fair. Why would a 8,000 person room need help from a 200 person room?
Doesn't always help. Don't be like that.
Well, I believe in help as a two-way street. Vicky's telling me not to be like that, but
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm
I
sick and
don't.
tired of doing for people and don't get it back. I don't ask for help, but I kind of expect this a turnaround, a reach around, I guess you'd call it, or whatever.
You like to be acknowledged.
Yes. Especially when I know a lot of these intel people
Oh,
don't know what the hell they're saying, and I know different. Nobody listens to Chuck. When they ask me what to do when the power goes out here soon, I'm gonna be like, I tried to tell you. I'm not telling you. I'm gonna be like D-Dog. I done told you all I know.
there you go.
Oh, shit.
I didn't want to. I'm not gonna sling names at nobody's shift. That's one thing I won't do.
Thank you.
You can just imagine. It was in the last half hour that I got pissed off. Half hour to an hour. I just figured they'd like to know all the facts of all of what's going on because I researched and seen it in 5 different places where they want Alaska, that fort in California, and Hawaii. Hawaii, the Russians were run out by the Pacific Islanders in the 1800s. California, they sold that fort and left. And the same thing happened with Alaska. Alaska was sold, but now they want it as reparations.
Wow.
Who knows?
Russia. For
I
all
guess
these,
I better
No,
warn my cousin. She lives in Alaska.
huh?
I guess I better warn my cousin. She lives in Alaska.
hi Jen.
Yeah, I hate it for them if they do it, and that's all because all these, excuse the way I'm gonna put this, these dildos want to get in the middle of something and call it one thing, and all they're doing is trying to piss off another superpower. When this stuff been going on where it's at over there for 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Probably longer.
So you think Russia bought those?
Bought what?
Those states that you were.
Russia, I don't know. I guess we got.
Because I'm pretty sure California port is ching, ching, ching. Hey, Jen, shift kicker.
They what it was is parts of Alaska had Russians living in there. They were kind of like everybody else coming to America, and they were settlers, and they had businesses and all that. And when it panned out or what have you, they sold their interest or what have you, whatever they did. The same with that California fort. They sold it to California, and I guess there was no money through in Hawaii. They just, the islanders, the Hawaiians themselves ran Russians out. They were businesses and traders, and all of them were. But, hey, Jen.
Huh. I did see where they, somewhere I saw it. I don't know where or when, but I saw pieces of Alaska being identified for something, but I thought that was.
That's probably where they staked out their claim or whatever, owned and sold, or
So is that the Nazi thing? The Nazi thing?
no, this is reparations for people putting all these sanctions up. They're going after everybody that's sanctioning them.
It seems like that's where I saw that.
This was said by I don't know if it's news or TV mogul or whatever, but it was out of Russia. And I've seen it in multiple spots, and then I started getting interested in it, started digging, and it was all the same everywhere I looked. So, hey, Lisa.
Hey Lisa. Polarian message. Hello. Said it right tonight too. Holy crap, I'm on a roll. Hello, David.
It just burns my ass when people don't want to hear all the facts of something.
Hollering? Yeah, I know.
But I'm not in the clique with all the different ones, so that puts me on the outs. If you're not in the clique, it makes you, I guess, the nerd.
Let's wave an Polarian.
Way I put that.
No, that was fucking
I'm not no clicks.
low down it. I mean,
Never was, never wanted to be.
Yeah, I always
Amen.
I got around with everybody. I remember in high school,
Yes.
I seen the prudes that avoided the potheads, but the prudes and the potheads and the jocks and everybody to be at the same party, and the ones that stayed away from because their dope heads were over smoking dope with the dope heads.
Yep.
Okay, that's where I was, according to my brother. Every morning before school.
amen. Yep.
I hung
And
around.
after.
I hung around all of them except the ones that were bullies.
Well, during school, we didn't have an area. In San Antonio, we did, but once I moved to the Hickville, we didn't have an area. So we would climb the tree.
Vicky lived across the street, grew up across the street from a Catholic church, and they used to go get high at the church.
Yeah. But I didn't do that. I mean, I
Get
did that,
down
but
behind
it was just down the street.
That's even worse.
It was on the way to the beach. What the hell? I smoked at
Sorry, Dad.
the Catholic Church and the United Church and went on my way to the beach, and then I went and partied at the beach.
I knew some friends who were growing up tell me about a bunch of them went partying in an old Confederate graveyard down in South Louisiana one time, and one old boy went over and laid out. You know the above ground tombs, but they're only big enough for a casket.
Gigi.
One guy went and laid on it and fell asleep. So one of the guys snuck behind it, and he reached over and grabbed that guy by the face and said, "Get off my grave!" And he said that boy took off running. And they chased him for 5 miles with a car behind him before they could finally get him in the car.
Oh my goodness.
So that boy was crying, had snot coming out his nose. He done peed his pants.
Yeah, we got busted by a nun getting high. That was messed up.
We used to go to the cemetery at night.
Lisa,
Yeah.
you finally got a reply about all that tax stuff.
I got a beer or two.
Yeah, we used to go to the graveyard because it was behind the church too, and get drunk.
Back in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, Alaska has a lot of oil. I don't know who said that a while ago. I just kind of caught a glimpse of it.
Yeah, they got a lot of oil.
They got a lot of all kind of resources, precious metals, and
Yes. Well, the people in Alaska, they might come up against a little bit of a, what do you call that?
there's a reason why all them people will go out in the woods and move way out away from everything. They don't want to be bothered.
Yes. So,
And a lot of them live in terrain that only military would like, but military might be well trained for it. But also, these people have lived there for how many years? They know every crack.
right. And there's military up there. And
Yeah, a lot of ex-military or retired military, retired cops.
yeah,
And a lot of your elements have been in jail or just grumpy
there's
people.
aces too.
I had the option to move up there for a job years ago, and Vicky didn't want to go because she didn't know if she could deal with the
And I don't blame them.
daylight and dark and severe winter. And
Yes, it's horrible. My cousin sends me pictures all the time. It's 40 below, and you can just throw a cup of water and it freezes in midair.
yep, if you sling a cup of coffee hard enough, like fan it out, it'll look like snow and ice as it hits the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, I was offered a job working. A buddy of mine, his dad was one of the top 3 or 4 contractors in the world, and they were doing something in the mountain over there, building something for the military, and they were going to have me come in and want me to be maintenance on all the equipment and vehicles. It offered me really good money and had a place out there that I could house that I could I forget what you call it, but I could have moved in it after I stayed there for a year and did improvements, that it would become mine. And it had like 150 acres.
Yeah. That's why my cousin stays there, because they
Oh.
have acreage.
And then each one of the people that live there get like $8,000 or $10,000 a year just for living there.
Yes. And if you homeschool your kids, they pay for the whole thing. They pay you for homeschooling them. They send all the the computers, the books, everything that they need.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
it's
and a lot of the rules are kind of like reservation rules.
yeah, it's a pretty good setup up there. But
The environment, which I like the environment. The house that he sent me pictures of it, and it had a porch that went all around the whole house. It was like almost 4,000 square foot, or might have been a little over, but the bottom
yeah,
floor had a porch that went all the way around it. Then the second floor had a porch all the way around it too, and it had a spot where you hunt off the back of it. He said it had a shooting lane out there that stretch out through the
wow,
100 acres, and you didn't even have to leave your property to hunt.
yep,
Had snow machines and snowmobiles. He said everything you need out there: generators, solar panels.
hi William.
Hey, William.
I wasn't going to subject Vicky to that.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Hey,
Um,
William.
David Ian. If they start the draft, yeah, uh, I'll be hiding a few people. Not happening.
Thank you, David Ann.
I'll
Thank
tell
you,
her in a
Jack.
minute. I'll tell her in a second, Lisa. She's not in here right now. She's doing the Walmart shuffle, getting ready.
Yeah.
Aw,
She's off Friday and Saturday, which is good.
yeah.
Hey, George.
I'm off next weekend. First time in about a year and a bit. Year and 5 months. The only weekend I had off besides that was Christmas and Boxing Day because it was a holiday. And it fell on a weekend.
She was stuck for years at what, Sunday and Monday off. I think it was, or Monday and Tuesday. I can't remember.
Hey, Slow Country, good to see you.
They slow. Then
Hey,
they
Flo.
did. Then they tried to jack with her, and we're going to give her like Sunday and Wednesday or Thursday off. And she goes, "I don't even feel like you had time off when they split your days up."
No. Because first day you just want to
David.
sleep. First day you just want to sleep.
Usually her first day, she's all hyped up, and she doesn't. She ends up falling asleep later, like this time in the day, and then sleeps through the night, and then tries to get her hours straight through the next day and the day that she has to go back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, keep your same clock. She goes, it's boring when nobody up. I'll stay up with her. That's what gets my hours all jacked up, between looking what's going on and trying to stay up when she's working so I can sort of have hours like her.
Yes.
Hey, Purple Rose.
Hey, Purple
Hello,
Rose.
Purple Rose.
Glorious too. Did I say hello to you?
Hey, Valoran. I don't know if I said hey, but I am now. I didn't see you till just now.
I actually said the name right tonight. Valen and Hilarious too. I got right tonight. Woohoo! I'm on a roll.
Lisa said hi to you, baby.
Okay.
Hey, Giggles. Good to see you.
Hey, Giggles.
Yeah, I think I just subscribed to Giggles. Somebody put her channel out somewhere. Thank you, Shift Kicker.
I don't want no part of that shit.
Yeah.
Life's complicated enough
My mom was,
to do all that shit.
my bike's not running right. And I said, because it hasn't been driven. It's brand new. It's just sitting in a garage doing nothing.
What is it?
Gas. It's a bite. It's a trike. It's
Oh,
a spider.
yeah, you got to run them. If it's been sitting too long, gas will get funky. You need to put a gas treatment to keep it in there where it'll, because
Yeah.
gas
And
nowadays don't last.
yeah, she's
Hello,
wanting
Gigi.
to take it, get serviced, and I should have
You
pulled
get
it up
60
on the
tomorrow?
trailer.
Ah,
Hey, Wabbits.
What?
he spotted a rabbit.
Yeah, it was hell. It was probably 75 today.
Oh, it got up to 82 here.
It
It
might
was
have been.
hot.
It might have been that high here. It was hot in my truck when I got in it.
Yep. I think spring is here.
Yeah, you guys seen this about that Walmart store or distribution center?
I heard somebody or saw somebody mentioning Walmart, and I was like, what the heck happened at Walmart now?
It's up in Indiana, Avon, Indiana. It distribution center on fire. The big enough place, it's got 1,000 employees. They all said everybody made it out. Nobody was hurt.
Yeah, Dorinda, when I heard 1,000 employees, I was like, yeah, right. Chop that in half.
And what happened? It caught on fire?
Yeah, they said there was explosions in it. I'm hoping it's not just a
Oh.
single thing, but there's only like 200 or 210 distribution centers around through here. So
It was a
I don't even know if we
distribution,
have
a
distribution
warehouse.
centers in Canada.
you do or don't?
Or I don't know. Or if the shit just comes from the States. I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
if,
it was
that,
around.
if it comes from the States, but it was a good fire. They said that
Does Walmart have distribution centers in Canada?
it said that they were having issues keeping it out. They were doing defensive maneuvers instead of trying to put it out because it wasn't working.
It's purple rose that it burnt to the ground. I guess a total loss.
Yeah, and that place was huge. It looked like a GM plant that big.
Dang.
They got 104 in Canada.
But you said you got 104 in Canada, Dorinda.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
38 in Ontario.
38 of them are in Ontario, she said.
So where's the evergreen stuck again?
Up there, up north on the coast.
Outside of you.
Evergreen
I
or
can't
ever given?
It was a ever something, and it's close to the shore. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a good spot, I guess, if it's weaponized.
To our shores or foreign
Yeah.
shores?
Ours up by like New York and all that.
Oh, East Coast.
Yeah,
Fucking ladies itching so bad.
and I think they said it's a Ukrainian ship. I think.
Continue about your what? Underwear? Ever given.
Chesapeake Bay. Wherever.
Chesapeake.
I have no idea.
Excuse me.
That's where all those crooked people live up in that area around there.
Didn't something just happen on the East Coast with the grid or something?
Yeah, the power was out for a few days, I think, or for a while. I don't know if it's days, but
Because of something being zapped or something?
yeah, some kind of test. I'm thinking, who knows? Hacking. They're gonna blame hacking, whatever they're doing, but
Well, no test has ever done that before. that I know of.
Tennessee says it's the sister ship that was stuck in Egypt, the Suez Canal. Change the sound of
Yeah.
Selfridge is cutting out.
In Canada.
Yeah, Vicky said your mic's hacking up, Dorinda.
Oh, I'm too close.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll back up.
It's like cutting out, like the connection loose.
Uh,
Yeah,
lot of
Purple Rose, you're
stuff.
probably right. If they go
Yeah,
on
but
strike
ain't
and just get locked out, yep.
ain't this amazing that they're going after stuff like this? So it's probably more going to be happening. From what I'm hearing, this stuff's going to, by the end of spring or mid of spring or something like that, it's going to be bad. But what I'm reading on.
Hey, Billy. So there was an earthquake in Japan too?
Yeah, they're waiting on a tsunami or whatever, thinking it might.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
A lot going on.
Well, people better start getting right with God.
Yep.
Yes. Very true.
Better make sure you got. I went and got 5 tomato plants today, and we'll get going into some other stuff. But better make sure.
Okay, David. See you in a minute.
I got to pee. I had 13 Dr. Peppers.
Okay.
You remember that? Forrest Gump.
Hello, KN.
Hey,
My
Kay.
daughter used to drink Dr. Pepper.
I used to.
So, Gigi, are you busy and can't come up, or you just popping in and out?
She's waiting for David N's live video.
He did one yesterday with playing the guitar. It was awesome.
Yeah, Kermit, really? I
Yeah.
didn't get a notification.
It happened to pop up on the YouTube thing, and I thought, and he was like playing the guitar. It was awesome.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Little white Jimi Hendrix.
Sounded really good. I was impressed.
Who's this?
David N on here plays guitar.
She's talking to someone else right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird things piling up. As I keep telling everybody, don't rely on freezer food. We eat from the freezer, and I'm trying to make sure that canned goods and dry goods don't get messed with. Just have to. I'm wanting to get one of them wells that you only have to get it down like 30 feet, and it has this pump. It's like a small portable well. It's good for drinking water.
Yeah. That's what I keep trying to get the girls to. Use the freezer stuff first.
Damn it.
And if
I
your
wish I
power's
put
out,
it out.
throw a blanket or a quilt on them so that the freezers stay cold.
Another thing will help is if you get a bunch of water jugs, stick them in there. Sooner or later you'll need the water anyway, but that'll help keep it cold, having blocks of ice in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a bag full of Sprite bottles. Since I drink a Sprite every 2 days, I thought I better save these for something because you never know. Well, because you can can in them too.
You know,
Put beans and rice in them, or rice, and then put one of those oxygen absorbers and done. But also for filling with water to put in the freezer or refrigerator if they go off.
as I was telling everybody about that Classico spaghetti sauce, it comes with it's a 24-ounce jar for the regular size, and there's a 44-ounce jar, and they're both mason jars. You pay like $2.50, $3. Just I find the Classico on sale a lot of time for $2.50. Buy two, get two for $5, basically. And you could can stuff up in them. Granted, you'd have to have the lids, but most people don't reuse lids anyway. So
Yeah, I have plenty of lids. I saw that one coming, and I ordered them way back, and I already had some mason jars because I used to do weddings and parties, and I would use the mason jars a lot for centerpieces or whatever.
make good glasses.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
we use plastic for glasses, but I did pick up some. I like the wine glass looking glasses
yeah,
for company. I don't know why.
my
You're not
company
getting wine, but you're getting
Mardi
them
Gras,
glass.
my company gets Mardi Gras cups or mason jars.
Hey, we used to drink out of the jelly jars.
Yep. You remember the jelly jars that had the handle? I think them were mason too.
Yes. Well, if they weren't, they were still good.
Yeah, I watched a video yesterday. Somebody a big mason jar. They were putting canning whole chickens in it. They cut the chicken in half and then cut up a bunch of different color bell pepper, onion, and stuff like that, and putting it in the jar with it. Put it like a teaspoon of vinegar in it. Put a lid on it and put it in a pot and let it simmer for 5 hours. Then when you pull it out, set after it's cool enough to grab out, let them sit on the counter, cool off enough to get the vacuum rolling, and they'll keep for a year.
Wow. Yeah, I need to can some meat. That would be the only thing I would want to can right now.
That and hamburgers fairly easy to do. Just keep the grease with it.
Yep. Well, mine don't come with grease.
Your
So
hamburger.
no, I would have to add bacon drippings or something to it.
What do you buy? Like the 93.7?
Yes.
Buy you some of the 80/20 or 70 whatever. That way you'll have that to help can. Get you like a 10 or they got the 10-pound rolls you can get at Walmart. Or if you have what's that place called? Carthage you go to? HEB. Do you have an HEB around there?
Yes.
You
I
can
don't get meat at those places. I go to a butcher, or I get it from a farmer that has grass fed.
well, I just mean it's cheap and you can it away, and it wouldn't have that much in it if you didn't need it.
Right. I understand that that would be a good way to do it. Yeah, we just got our sales ad today, and some things are holy cow. Some aren't too bad, I guess.
Yeah, watching the next couple of days with this Walmart store doing it, even Dorinda will probably see stuff going up there between that and the shipping there and the strike going on and the trucker stuff. They're going to start blaming everybody but themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, like Libby's canned vegetables, 88 cents each.
If you pay attention at
Not
the dollar
too bad.
stores, you can run into canned specials in there. I hit them here a while back, but we went through it. They were 4 for $1.
Wow.
Yeah, sardines. I forget the name of the sardine company. Hilarious, but they when they can their sardines, they don't let them go out for sale. They let them sit for 5 years.
David, do you process it yourself? Just wondering.
Need to
What
find
is
somebody around here get a decent deal. Said some of these you can get a deal with them, get a half a cow for like $3 a pound overall, and you anywhere from $600 to $700. But you have to know a farmer that will do it, and
Hey Ed,
you
how
usually got
you?
to have somebody to buy the other half.
Yeah. Well, that's what I tried to do. My ex-husband took one up to get it processed by my son, and
Yeah, those burn.
I told him I'd pay for half of it, but take it to the market. Well, my son's at the processing plant in Evant. If anybody's ever heard of Evant, Texas,
I've heard of it, but I'm here, so
you sneeze, you miss it. I think
kind of like Wascom.
yes.
Hello, Ed. And do you know if anybody was hurt in that fire, Chuck, at the Walmart?
Everybody got out, even the
Yeah,
firemen were
everybody was
okay.
safe.
Okay, good.
But it was bad. They had the camera off in the distance, and it looked like, you ever seen one of them oil processing plants when they catch fire, all this black smoke? That's how bad that was. But I imagine all the plastic and oils.
Tired.
That's what I was gonna say, and they probably had propane cylinders and
Yeah, they said there was a bunch of explosions.
yeah.
All them chemicals, the bleach, the laundry soap, the pool stuff that just came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere near there. Those are so toxic in the air.
Plus, I don't know if they have any pharmacy storage there, because they have, all Walmarts have pharmacies, and if they do, then pharmaceutical fires are bad.
Yeah.
That's what I stock. Pharmacy and HBA.
Yeah, one of my best friends, his dad was a fireman, and he was in a pharmaceutical fire in the 60s or something like that. He ended up getting lupus from it.
Oh my goodness.
He had a mask on, but I guess he didn't have a full respirator, and he was trying to help get somebody else out that got hurt, and he ended up running in unequipped, and said he come out of there and they had to spray him down. Said that his skin was burning just from the smoke touching it, and he ended up with lupus.
Dang.
That's odd.
Sure, David, you moving that in-ground pool for us?
Yeah, go to the store and buy one of them time warp machines and teleport it to Bonnie. I've seen where some people fill them in and make like a garden out of it, or a greenhouse. Put a greenhouse over the top, and they'll make a 2-story greenhouse. The bottom of the pool's a story, and they'll have floor where you can like shelve it.
Well, that's a good idea. You hear that, David?
You could have your farm in that little area.
See? You've already got you almost an underground hideout too.
That, or make you
Top it with
a cellar out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Storm/hide cellar. Make you a door up, kind of like a bank vault door, where if you had to get in there, like make it near impossible for anybody to get in it.
Or make an actual man cave.
Yeah. Make you a guitar studio out of it.
David, you're not too old to swim. Do you know that my 85-year-old father is going through physical therapy right now, and the 85-year-old stepfather is also doing the same, and both of them have to get in a pool because when you walk in water, it doesn't put such a strain on you, but
it works everything better.
Yes.
Like, when you swim, you work every muscle in your body.
But you're buoyant. You're not stressing everything.
Yeah, the weight, the lightness of the weight.
Remember, what was it they used to call it in the 80s? Water aerobics?
Yeah. I think that's why I stayed so thin when I was younger, because we had a pool and swam.
Gosh.
I can swim like a fish, but hate swimming. I'll like we go to the lake or something. I'll waddle out there and follow Vicky and them. I don't swim. I'll get my hair wet and all that, but I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'll walk back out.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's me.
We went swimming somewhere one time. Where was that? Old City. And I'm used to sand. When you walk out into the water, you got sand under your feet.
Uh-huh.
At first, it was rocks, and I got past the rocks, and my feet. Oh my God! I jumped on Chuck. I was like, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" It was like gooey.
It's
Like I was stepping in poop.
that's all the whole part is.
Clay.
Once you get past the rock part, it's like it poured concrete but made it rough, but it had a texture too, kind of like a wave, and it hurts your feet if you try to run on it or whatever. And once you get past
Right.
that, like you go from that to
Gunk.
stepping in the bottom of the septic tank is what it feels like.
And then I had stuff biting me. I was like, "Nope, I'm out."
That's fish.
Yeah,
I found out it was little baby fish.
it's like clay, walking in clay or something.
It wasn't even clay. It was nasty.
Meh.
The silt and clay mixed together was kind of. You ever stuck your hand in pudding? That's what it feels like.
Mm.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for all that.
Guess that's why they make the water shoes. So you
Yeah.
don't feel it.
Believe me, I bought some after that. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Take care, Vicky.
Have a good night.
I'm gonna try. Hopefully, I won't get myself in trouble again.
Your oldest said love you.
Huh?
Your oldest hollered he loved
Bye, boys. Love you.
Black watch.
you. He'll get you in that pool and take advantage of you.
Mississippi mode.
Hi, Arkman. Ark Wildman, sorry.
Arkwellman Survival, good to see you.
Yeah, GGRs last year. We bought it the year before at Walmart and got it at the off part of the year, and they were selling them off for like 80% off or something. I give like $150 for it. Nobody ever swam in it. When we first put it up, they did. Then after that, they left it alone. So I put it ad Facebook Marketplace, and I didn't put a price on it because I figured somebody just come get it. Guy would call, got a hold of me. He wanted to know if I still had it. He goes, I see you didn't put a price. He goes, I'll come get it right now if you'll take $250. I'm like, come get it.
Thank you, Shift Kicker. Yeah, we were going to check on that travel trailer, and my granddaughter talked me out of it. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll wait. I'll try to be patient.
You know what you need to look for, Bonnie, for you, and just I don't know how many you'd want to take with you. Look for one of these little Toyota motorhomes. Even if it needs work, it's got a Toyota pickup front, and you can sleep like 6 in it.
Huh.
Because it has the overhead for 2, then the table down, and I think it has a couch area in the back or something.
Yeah.
But they're a little Toyota version.
Huh.
I'd like to get one, but I wouldn't want like the idea of having to crouch down all through it because I think it's like 6-foot ceilings in it, 6.5. Either way,
Oh. Well, we're short people. Tatum's the tallest.
but if it's like a bug out thing, I guess you can get used to ducking around if at your house.
Yep. And when David says he goes on a bike 20 miles every day, he's talking like a bicycle bike, right?
Yeah,
Yes. It's
That's pretty
it's
darn
like
good.
it's like a big huge, honest to God, he showed a picture of it the other day. It's a big huge like it's got 2 wheels at the back and 1 wheel at the front.
but it's not a grandpa one. It's the cool looking one.
Like
Yeah.
a trike. Huh.
I remember when we were kids, an old lady gave us one. It was a tandem bike, but it was a three-wheel tandem. And on the back, it had a basket. Me and my buddy used it to go find returnable bottles because the basket in the back would hold like, it was probably 2 foot by 2 foot and probably 3 feet deep. So it'd hold a lot of bottles.
Yeah.
Because she seen us out there walking, dragging boxes and this. So I got this bike if you boys want it. Made us feel bad. She's like, it was me and my husband to go rides on it every Sunday, and he's been gone now, and I just hate seeing it sit there.
I keep telling the girls, if you see a wagon for sale anywhere, grab it. And they just look at me, and I said, you are going to appreciate it one day when we get out there because you're going to be moving some rock and you're going to want that wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the ones with the air up tires. If I want one of those, the sides lay down for fishing. It kind of looks like that mesh, and the four sides will lay down, or it'll up and has a box to put stuff in. I want it to fish
Yeah.
on them, where I can carry all my poles and stuff when I go. If I ain't in a boat, even if I had a boat.
You know what? Actually, I think my mother has something like that because I remember us rigging it up to go out to the end of the pier so we wouldn't have to come back. And we
Yeah,
had
you
the
one,
PVC pipe stuck in it to stick the poles,
yeah, and you can put you a seat on it. That way, you know you always got a seat.
right?
And then when somebody sits in it, even the grandkids like, no, no, no. But you're probably like Vicky, let them grandbabies have their way.
um,
Not always.
not
But I'm the
always.
one that's going to bring the paint out and say, let's paint. Let's
Yeah.
make a mess.
Especially when they
We
give you that teary-eyed deer in the headlights look looking at you when you tell them no.
were jamming out with the radio today, and she thinks she's singing just right along with me, and uh, we got out to my mother's, and she loves my mother. She just goes up to her, oh man, and starts just hugging her, and she starts telling her stories, and my mother's just looking at me, and I said, just say yes, okay. I said, I know you can't even, because my mother's hard of hearing anyway, and I can pick up some of the words and tell what she's talking about, but she's got her little hands laid in my mother's hands, and so I took a close up picture of their hands together.
Yeah, you ought to take them both to get that thing done where they put their hands holding like in the mold, and then they make the little sculpture that shows the hands. I've thought about doing that for Vicky for our anniversary this year. Go and find out where you can get it done. Because what you do is you hold hands and then stick it down in there, and they pour the silicone to make a mold. Then they make it out of plaster or whatever.
Yes, I've seen that. That's pretty neat. That's my mother said, what are you doing? And I said, I love hand pictures. And I said, you are her great great grandmother. Do you know how many grandkids you've had grow up with you as their great great grandmother, and how many people don't get that? And she said, well, I didn't think of that. And I said, yeah, I got to have my great grandmother till after my second son was born, I think, or
Are you sure you gave it in? I thought it had two at the back and one at the front. And you were sitting down, kind of pedaling, laid back.
Oh, that's sort of like the motorcycle then. It's got the two wheels in the front.
Well,
like the one I just showed.
But I saw the video of him on his bike, and the way he was sitting on it, I thought it had the two wheels at the back and the one wheel at the front, because he showed it, and that's what I thought I saw.
I'm gonna go grab some tea. I'll be right back.
Okay. It's a trike. David, I don't think you saw my picture of. I'm sharing it again just because I had a blast. If it's still there, I don't think I closed it. Yeah, there it is. Like that, David?
But his isn't motorized. It's a bicycle.
Okay. No, I gotta have a motor on it. It is like that. I had a blast. I was riding. I kept telling Mama, one more time, one more time. I said, "Oh, my brother's not getting back on that again."
You look so happy on that bike.
I was. The first time I went around, I told by my mom, "I'm in heaven." She was like, "Well, there went my bike," and I said, "Yep."
Yeah, my youngest boy made some Eckford smoked sausage. I don't know if it's me or what, but most of this smoked sausage anymore don't taste right.
Huh. And
In all of our sausages up in Canada, there's a certain spice that everybody puts in it. My daughter doesn't like that spice. It
Tell me,
bothers her stomach.
I remember that name of that sausage they make in Louisiana. I don't know if you get it down there. Down home sausage. I don't know if you get it down there, Bonnie, or not.
mm,
They got it over here, but it's made in Louisiana, and it's a little small company that makes it, and it's actual sausage.
that's the way our Opa's is.
I like Opas, and then they got the Kanka or Kanaka or whatever it's called. It's skinny.
Isn't Opa's made in Fredericksburg?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we get it. They used to have a turkey farm in Fredericksburg. And so you could go get fresh turkeys all the time. And my ex father in law could barbecue turkey thighs to die for. I mean, oh my gosh. I could never get enough of that.
If you
That was
can, next time you want to make beans and you want to put some kind of meat in it, if you can find, I don't know if you ever try to get turkey thighs or turkey wings or the smoked ones.
uh-huh.
I use them, and it's better than ham or bacon. Or
Really. I'll have to remember that.
I'll put them in there with just the water before I even add the beans and let them simmer for about an hour and a half, and then I add my beans to it. By the time the beans are done, you can reach in there and grab bones and pull them out, and the meat's. It's like ham hock meat almost, what it tastes like.
Yeah. I love turkey. Um, my ex-husband worked at a turkey farm, so he won't eat turkey for nothing. Once you're out there in them, and they're nasty. They're nasty creatures.
They're like chickens, but bigger.
I think they're worse.
Yes, Blackwatch, we know you're here. We all read the comments.
And they're so stupid. When it rains, they drown. They look up.
Yeah, they're the liberal of the bird world. Sorry
I
about
just,
that.
it's okay.
Yeah, I made turkey not this last Christmas too. Because Christmas, no, it's Thanksgiving a year ago, and I made smoked one, I fried one, and me and Vicky baked one. I basically she put it in and I babysat it while she slept, but or she went to work. I can't remember which it was, but we had
Yeah.
three turkeys. And the first one that went was a fried, so she likes stuffing her turkey to do it because she likes the stuffing out of it, which I'll eat any of them. But I made the smallest was the fried, and I should have made the biggest of fried because that was by the time everybody got done eating it, it was just a corpse.
Yeah.
Everybody liked that fried, but all I do is inject it with Cajun injector stuff, butterball injector, whatever I can find. It's usually either just seasoned butter or Creole butter I put in them. But my trick is I inject it and let it sit all night, and then inject it again before I put it in.
That's anytime we do a bird, we soak it overnight in brine.
But this radiant fryer I don't use a grease fryer anymore. I got an electric radiant fryer. It does a better job than any air fryer or grease fryer I've ever had.
Working. Oh, Black watches being naughty.
Your
He's
kids,
making me
or
laugh.
your kids or grandkids fight over the liver from the turkey.
Oh, Lord, no.
That's the first thing gone because when I get the turkeys ready, they start cooking. I put all the giblets, I guess the best way to describe it, in a pot and put some onion, salt, and pepper, and garlic and stuff in it. Let them simmer for about an hour.
Yes.
If I can get the damn,
That's what you make the giblet gravy out of.
yeah,
I was thinking to myself,
except it usually don't,
Yeah, or stuffing.
stuff don't last. I make mine out because I usually have a lot of broth left from boiling stuff down because I'll boil a hen down.
Yep.
But that liver, I love it. If I can get it before anybody else does, I'll chop some onion up real fine and then chop that liver up, mix a little mayonnaise with it, and make it's chopped chicken liver, but it's turkey liver, and I eat it on bread, kind of tastes like what's that liver cheese they call it, or
Liverwurst.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not cheese, is it? Liverwurst is
No,
sausage.
they just call it liver cheese. That's what they call it in Shreveport, anyway.
I don't know.
I'm stepping
don't
down,
like
guys. Have a good night. I love you.
Love you.
Good
Have
night,
a good
everybody
time.
in
I
the chat.
love you.
I got to work in the morning.
That sucks. I'm sorry. Take care.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sent me a picture of his trike. That's cool looking. I
Yeah.
couldn't ride it. I probably couldn't fit in it.
I need to. Maybe tomorrow I can just relax and catch up on some videos. There's so many channels that I just really like, and it's hard to keep up with them all. That Ark Wildman that was in here a while ago, I've missed so many of his videos lately, and
Yeah, I don't ever catch any of them anymore. So my notifications, by the time I check or if I go on somewhere else.
yeah.
There's your trains. Whoever, all the train fans. Heard anything out of Shane today, or is he out there?
um, I don't know if he's out there. uh, as soon as I got where I had service, I sent him a picture of the bike.
Huh.
But look what I just got to do. I was still all excited.
Yeah, I never used to pay attention to this, but everybody pays so much attention to it on here. I've started paying attention to it and hearing it all the time now.
Oh, you train? That one's loud.
I got the door open or window open right here by me.
Oh.
They had one come through the other day, and I was outside. You could walk faster, and it was moving, and he just steadily laying on that thing. And we had to hear that horn probably for 5 minutes.
I think Jen's got a train too.
Yeah, I'm probably the first house is behind me, or yeah, I guess that's behind me because if you go by my street, the first house right by the tracks, it's probably 30, 40 feet from the tracks because it's got the tracks, then the gravel, then the road right there. There's a frontage road that runs along the edge of the tracks. Then you got the people's yard, and it's not a big yard, maybe a 20-foot yard. And then they got a big old house. There's another old house there. It's not as old as mine, but then behind him's another house, and they had a privacy fence there. Then behind him's another house, then a storage building. Then you got my old garage and my storage building. It's here behind me, behind the house, and it's still that loud. There's houses all in between, and it's like it sounds like it's in my yard.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm probably 1,000 feet away, maybe more.
They're all meeting at your house. I don't have any train tracks near me. The closest is, good grief, an hour and a half north and an hour and a half east.
I wish that was that way. I wish that took me 45 minutes to an hour to get to even a gas station.
Well, I wouldn't like that.
But then I'd get out there like that, and the internet would probably suck.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Did y'all see the news that just came across mine? They let Jesse Smollett out of jail.
Yeah, ain't that some shit?
I saw that in Liberty Warrior.
I was in somebody else's chat the other day, but I didn't say anything. I wanted to. Have y'all heard of Kofifi? Y'all know what that is?
Yeah, that's a term that Trump said way back.
It's supposed to make 5G safe. It's a box that they install in line with the 5G, and it makes it safe for
Like a filter or something.
Or broadcast a different frequency.
Well, see, that's what I had heard that he was putting in the wall on the border.
They were secretly installing them.
Yeah.
Because there was a meme with Cat Turd and Trump in one of them baskets, and they were laughing, installing one of them. Have y'all seen that? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, Paulie got 5 months, and he spends 1 day in jail, and they get him out.
Well, that's
5 days. What a waste.
That's going on the list to Governor Abbott because I'm seeing too many towers, and it's funny how they're putting them up on the top of hills, like at the highest points.
To get more range.
Yeah.
More coverage or whatever.
Yeah, it's at 5G. It can't travel far, but it can penetrate concrete and windows.
Yes.
So everybody that got vaccinated is now an antenna. So
it's supposed to light them up kind of like a grid where they can see where everybody's at, and it kind of echoes off them if there's others around them.
So do you know the range that they can go?
I did, don't anymore.
I also saw where they're passing laws. They're trying to. I don't know if it went through or not, but I saw on Telegram they're if you believe that the election was stolen, you're going to be labeled a terrorist.
Yep.
if you
Oh yeah,
is that they're going to do it, or
That's
is
what
it?
I heard. We got a
that's
few
what.
more days before it comes into effect.
Isn't that what the Patriot Act is?
Well,
Patriot Act.
if you believe that vaccines are bad, you're a terrorist. You know,
Yes.
so
Anything against their we're terrorists. Yes.
so they're trying to make it so that this next pandemic, they're covering all their bases. So
Yes.
they're basically going to be able to. I heard that cops will be able to be sworn in as federal agents also.
I
Regular cops will be able to instantly be sworn in as federal agents, and then they can go in your house and take your guns or come in and get you.
well, that would become martial law, and we can fight that.
Yeah, as soon as martial law kicks in, which I think it did, what a few years back, and it's just been silent.
I heard that we've been under martial law since 9/11.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, but I was trying not to elaborate.
And maybe the truckers today, they kind of split up in a. They had the exits blocked, and so one of them got out and asked, "Why are you blocking these exits? Isn't that against the law?" And they said, "Well, there's no law about it. We're just doing what we're being told to do."
My brother sent me a picture the other day. I'm sorry, did I step on you?
That's all right.
uh, there was two planes, and they drew Q's, big giant Q's over his house, and he ran out and took pictures of them.
Oh,
And the
cool.
planes hung around like admiring their work before they left.
I've seen a couple of pictures like that.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be, David, but
Mine are. Mine in my county and the surrounding counties all will protect at any cost and deputize if need be. That's why people need to get out and talk to their sheriffs. And
We got a pretty cool sheriff here. He pulled me. I was doing 85 in a 25, and I figured, well, I guess I'm going to jail today.
yeah, mine got my daughter the other day, and he asked her name, and he said, "Wait a minute, what's your name?" And she said it, and he said, "All right, just try to slow down, let her go." Then she goes, "Mom, I'm so glad you're friends with everybody." And I said, "Just the right people."
Well, it just happened to be the cop that he did a concealed weapons permit class, him and his wife. So he remembered me from class.
That's good.
I remember the first day in class, he holds his hand up and he says, "Who brought their gun in with them?" And the whole class raises their hand. He said, "What I need for everybody to do is take them out to your car and lock them up."
What state are you in, Ed?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, the South will rise again.
We got some people asleep down here. I just got off the phone with my neighbor, and it's disturbing. I can't get through to him.
Yes, it is. I'm in a really small community, and we have a handful of people like that. But the whole I-35 corridor, Houston to Dallas, it's pretty bad all through there.
Yeah.
We keep trying to get a rally in Austin, and it's just not happening. So I said, all right, that's all right. I can write letters, notices,
Yeah, they're
affidavit.
probably supposed to be opening a school in Austin, Bonnie. That's not left wing. It's supposed to be centered, basically, so they'll accept everybody and try to listen to everybody's point. That's what
Really?
somebody was telling me earlier. That
Huh.
was like 5 o'clock this morning, but I forget the name of it. But it's in Austin.
Well, I heard Elon even said that the Tesla thing was a bad thing. Isn't he the owner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved to Austin.
Well, Biden bought me an AR-15 with that $1,400 stimulus check,
I know, right? He bought a lot of, uh,
and now he wants to take it away.
yeah. There you go.
Hey,
Make
Chuck,
this,
do you know anything about AR-15s?
Yeah. What do you need to know?
Well, this one here is brand new, and I fired it about 5 times in the backyard. And you bring it in the house to clear the chamber, and the bullet gets stuck in the gun. You pull it out, and nothing pops out.
uh-oh.
That's your ejector, the little finger that grabs it. Are you shooting brass or shooting stainless or that steel round?
No, they're brass.
I check your ejectors on the end of your bolt. It'd be either dirty or it might be bent or just a bad one. Or
But if it's brand new, I'd take it.
I did take it back,
Oh,
and that guy, all he did was, I said, "Why don't you give me another one?" And he said, "I can't because I already did all the paperwork and sent it all off with your name on this gun."
with that number so it can be tracked back to you. Yep.
tell
So
me, do you know how to break it down yet?
no, not yet. I mean,
Can you find you a download? They have a gunsmith mat you can buy that has a breakdown of like the ARs of the 1911s, different Glocks and all that. It's a whole where you can take every part out of it and it shows where they're at. But the bolt comes out of it fairly easy. I was going to say, tell them you need another bolt. Just have them get you another bolt, or at least the ejector. Because the ejector is, it's a little. See how my finger is? You got your bolt that goes back and forth.
yeah.
And the ejector's off to the side of it, and it catches the side of the bullet, and it grabs it, and it has a finger. Once it gets so far back, it'll flick it out the hole. And what it sounds like to me, either that ejector's dirty or that ejector clip. I've lost the term I was going to say. Anyway, it's either dirty, got something in it, or it's sprung, or it doesn't have the right tension on it.
Hello, Shane.
He got it unjammed. I mean, it got
Hello,
to the
darling. How's
Are you
everybody doing?
might have some trash right there where the bullet slides into the barrel too. You got to take and get you a brass bore brush, and try to get it from the inside, or get it down in there from the other end of the barrel, and just work it back and forth where your bullet slides in the barrel. It could be rough or something in there causing it to hang up too, and cause that.
Well, this one, it's a Wilson Combat, and Wilson Combat is very precision. They
Yeah.
polish all of their parts before it's put together. It's all done by hand.
I'd get a hold of Wilson, tell them what it's doing, tell them where you bought it, and get a hold of them online, and they'll
Yeah.
either send it to somebody that does their stuff for them, or they'll send you parts and know what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, because that's a good company.
The Wilson Combat was the most expensive one on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. And another one, Bayer, I think's the name of it.
I don't know. Mine's S&W.
Yeah, I used to be a big Colt fanatic. I got a Springfield 1911. I keep by me everywhere I go. I need to buy me a holster for it to carry because I can carry open, and I wear jogging pants most of the time, and a 1911 don't like jogging pants.
You need a holster. That's what I've been looking for. I need to get a holster.
Yeah, well, 1911 is too heavy for jogging pants that pulls your britches down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
My
know.
Levi's, I'll stick it in my back pocket, put my wallet in the other one. A lot of people like, well, you got a gun hanging out of your pocket. I said, well, you can still see it. I don't have to tell you about it. It's none of your business.
I got some shit hanging out my ass. Well, that's all your damn business. If you want me to show you my business, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Hello, chat. Yes, everybody, I see you. GG, Ship, Hilarious. Hey, guys, how y'all doing? Black, all y'all. Glad to
Yes,
see
Dave
you all.
Clears for You is a good place to go.
Yeah, but watch those steel shells. If you do get any of the steel ammo running through it, make sure you clean it good after using it, because them things are hard on your. They're dirty.
Black Watch wants a kiss.
Black, I'll come give you a big old fat kiss, a big old wet sloppy. Hey, David, how are you, ma'am? I ain't scared.
All right.
Hell, I'll walk up in public and give you a big old wet sloppy kiss. Just to embarrass your ass. I'll do it.
Don't tell me you kissed me under the mistletoe, because I got a belt buckle with a mistletoe on it.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not going to kiss you anywhere. Yeah, below the belt. Pretty good chance of that.
Yeah, it felt like me. Like, nope. Kind of like that talk we had yesterday about somebody come up behind you, just let it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna wear 2 pairs of elbows out.
I know that's right.
Did Mike switch over to Podbean?
I don't know what the hell he did.
Oh, okay.
He called me earlier and we talked about the show a little bit tonight. And he was so damn tired, he was ready to go to bed. So I was like, yeah, me too. And then next thing I know, I'm like, well, shit. I need to go see Bonnie.
Well, shit. Well, my phone went dead, and by the time I got the computer up, it was over. And so I was like, well, I don't know if they went to Podbean or what.
Oh.
No, I think he went to bed.
Okay.
Black, no. I won't give you no tongue. I'll keep it clean. I'll just spit on my lips a little bit.
There's your picture, Bonnie.
Sometimes it gets a little weird here, Ed.
No, we just give each other shit.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of intel I'm used to.
Well, you're gonna get an entail, but it's not gonna be the tail you wanted.
Hey, Shane, have you heard anything about that Evergreen ship, the one stuck in the Chesapeake now?
You know, that boat has some issues. It likes to get stuck everywhere it goes.
I get if I can hear the dog, Purple. My son might have been getting on because they antagonize each other. One will growl and he kind of convicts around his food, while the other one after he eats. And every time the one after he gets done eating, the one that hasn't ate his food, if his brother looks at him, he starts growling and it pisses the other one off, and they end up barking back and forth at each other.
They were saying it was not the Evergreen, it was the Ever Given. That's
Yeah,
a sister
the Evergiven.
ship. Yeah.
Yeah, the Evergiven is an owned company by Evergreen, but yes,
Right.
it's the same damn one. And it's the same damn one. It's owned by Hillary
HRC.
Clinton. Yeah, she owns part of it, and I'm like, that's a piece of shit boat. They just need to sink it because, man, that thing can't go anywhere without getting stuck.
I don't know how it made it as far as it did because it's so far out of the water now. It's like the ocean dropped up underneath of it.
Yeah, they it shoved it up in there. It's beached so hard it come up for what 5 feet. They're trying to say it's empty. I'm like, no, that's because it's jammed up. It's pushed up. It's kind of like running your boat up into the bank.
Right? And isn't that kind of the same way it got stuck in the canal
Yeah,
up there?
except they
Yeah.
ran it sideways and blocked everything when they did it that time. That's why they had such issues and ran it up into wiring and stuff like that.
Kind of makes you wonder, is God working here? Hmm. Something is working against that company.
I'm just hoping it's not hostile.
I think that captain just sucks. Can't keep his
Took
own
it down
boat
in
in
the
the
first.
water. Something
Yeah.
wrong with that dude. Maybe they need to get a new captain.
Well, yeah, because they come with a depth finder, surely.
You would think most of them big ones have it.
Yes.
Yeah, we need 15 feet of water to be in, and they're in 4 foot of water. I'm going, huh, pretty good chance you're going to get stuck, dumbass.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm still a little ornery tonight, too.
It's
Last night
okay.
was bad, guys. Last night was bad, and I apologize to anybody that had to listen to me.
Wasn't that bad? I
I
thought it
was,
was kind of funny. If
yeah,
I had known,
I was a
if I had,
jacked up mess last night.
exactly, if I had known your brain wasn't functioning as normal, I would have gone up there and taken the challenge.
Oh yeah, I was all jacked up last night, and that's the first time in 32 years. I was so jacked up I couldn't even. I didn't know my damn name half the time. Someone to call my name, and I'm like, "Who you talking to?" Like what? Blame it on Shane. Yep, that's me. No, Shane does not need a gummy. Someone said that to me today, and I said, "Hell no." I did that yesterday, and no. I think I'm pretty much done with them damn things.
David's already planning a gummy party up in North Texas meetup.
Great. I'll go watch everybody do it. I ain't doing it. Like I said, I cut them into quarters. And that quarter it whooped my ass.
You got the wrong kind.
Yeah, that's what I found that out after the fact.
If
I
you
was a
have,
jacked up mess from 1:30 till 3:30 in the morning. I mean, I was a jacked up mess.
on Amazon, really? Well,
Do what?
David said he bought some hemp on Amazon. Really?
Somebody dumped a big
Here,
medicine
Bonnie.
ball. Go ahead, Shane.
That wasn't me.
No,
I was just.
look, I'm sending to Bonnie something for y'all to read while you talk. I just cut and paste this as a statement by Putin.
Well,
Well, somebody read it.
I want ordinary citizens of Western states to hear me too. Ordinary citizens? What other kind of citizens are there? They are now trying to convince you that all your difficulties are the result of some hostile actions of Russia. That from your wallet you need to pay for the fight against the mythical Russian threat. It's all a lie. And the truth is that the problem faced by millions of people in the West are the result of years of actions by the ruling elites in the West. Their mistakes, what's that word?
Myopia.
Myopia and ambitions. These elites are not thinking about how to improve the lives of their citizens. They are obsessed with their selfish interests and super profits.
And that sounds spot on.
Yep.
Sorry.
I was going to play the video, but I just took the statement down because it didn't have. He was speaking in Russian, and they didn't have subtitles, so or I couldn't copy and get the subtitles to work.
I think everybody's blaming Russia just because it's a good person to blame, and it takes the focus off of all these other places that they're robbing money from and laundering money from, and Russia won't do it, so they blame them. So everybody looks at them going, "Oh, y'all are bad people," and I really think that's a farce.
He's no saint, but I don't think he's the monster they make him out to be either.
No, absolutely not. Yes, he was. Has he done some bad things in his life? Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
Who hasn't? But is he the monster, like you said? I don't believe he is. I don't believe he's the monster everybody tries to make him out to be. I think I could name a lot more than that.
If you
And
care comparing to some of the other, yes, he is a saint.
Wasn't he
I know that's right. Do what,
wasn't
Bonnie?
wasn't he in on some of the genocide stuff?
I don't think he was actually in on it. He actually tried to stop some of it, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've read. But yet he didn't have the power back then to stop some of it.
Yeah, because way back he was under others' thumb.
But he got blamed for a lot of it. He did.
Ed
So it was under
Spotted
his watch.
Rabbits is asking for your opinion or thoughts. And do you
What's
have a
that?
channel?
Man, that's me. Get used to it. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm always thinking.
Hey,
Oh,
thank you. So am I. I'm December 11th, man.
I'm December 12th.
Holy shit.
wow.
I'm 60.
Damn.
Y'all
I'm
are,
50.
y'all are like peas and carrots.
Yeah.
11, 12.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
uh,
I had a little old gal I was dating, and I dated her for 3 years before I knew when her birthday was, which is kind of stupid. Come to find out, her birthday was the same damn day as mine. She was just 6 years older than me. I'm like, you're joking, right? Nope, it was. That goofy woman, she's only like 4'11" and a half, and I'm like 6'5". So she's like a sawed off little runt. She's like a pygmy runt. A lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, a lot of fun. But mean, I want to tell you what, her hand was the size of my palm, and that's her fingers and all. And she slapped me one time with that little bitty brick. That is the hardest I've ever been hit. I have never been hit by a man that hard. She knocked the dog shit out of me, and she just slapped me because she's mad. And I'm going to tell you, that little bitty hand packed a wallet.
muscle that's flexible is really strong, and women are flexible. They
Oh,
can
I'm
rear
going.
and give you a
Oh,
haymaker.
oh yeah, I think she pulled that one from hell because man, when she hit me, I damn sure knew it. Made me pay attention right quick. Then I had to ask her what I did. No, she made up some kind of crap. Well, you said this. And I thought, okay.
Ed, do you have a channel?
I do, but I'm just going to use it if you all get kicked down. Just don't get kicked down because I'm not comfortable with this. This is
Hilarious
out of my
too.
comfort zone.
Watch out for Sagittarius.
What is being on camera, the talk, or all of it above, or
Just you feel like you're put on spot, you know.
I got over that. I was like,
used to it?
yeah, I got over that. I was real embarrassed and real shy, and I've always been stage fright, you know. And when I finally jumped on Mike and his channel, and I started talking, they shut up and started listening. And I'm like, hey, that was fun. And ever since then, I just like dealt with it. I'm going to go with it. And if people don't like me, to hell with it. I don't care. I got a lot to say because, you know, you always watch all these channels that come up with all this stuff and you're screaming and hollering at the channel and you can't ever get on. And Mike was the first one to ever let me have a voice. And we've been best friends ever since.
I clicked on 101's link one night and he kicked me right out. So what the hell is that all about?
Wow.
Well, there ain't no telling what was going on at that time, I'm sure. And no, but Mike, he gives everybody a chance, even the people that he hates. He gives them a chance. And
Everybody, I don't like Twitter, but here's you. I'm gonna put a link out here. Y'all go look at some of this stuff. The first 2 or 3 different comments in there, and the pictures and stuff talked about. That's all I got to say about that. Just check it out. That's some deep shit.
But yeah, he's always treated me decent. So me and him's just been friends ever since. And I got over, you know, there's times I don't want to get on. I never wanted to be on the front stage. I just always had a lot to say. Got a lot of, you know, knowledge that I've been looking up for years and years and years, and I just wanted to spit it out, and no one would listen to me. So go ahead.
I found who's talking.
Yeah, it's me. Go ahead.
All right. I found 101. I just typed prepping in the YouTube browser and it pulled him right up. I was already prepping before I found him anyway.
Yeah, Prepping's not a bad guy. He's a good little dude.
That's how I found him. After Snowmageddon, I started looking at prepping, and 101 instantly popped up, and I thought it was like beginners prepping 101. Okay. Clicked on it, and here we all are.
Yep, that's where I met Prepping before I met Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I run into Gigi and that goofy woman. Boy, that goofy woman, she's something else. I love her. She's great. But she is one goofy woman. That is a squirrel moment waiting to happen.
Well, right now there's enough channels to take up the whole day. So for anybody else to start a channel, you'll be taken away from time from somebody else.
And that's it. There's a lot of people out there going, start your own channel, we'll follow you. And I'm thinking, all you're doing is condensing and distributing all the viewers to other channels instead of just one, which I don't care. But yet, it's still, you want a channel and you want to grow it, but yet you tell somebody else to start a channel, and now you just lost, 50, 100 people.
You might, if they don't put on, or I try to go on somewhere else and put stuff out. My content's different than some others, but I also throw humor and smart asses in there with it. So, but I try to avoid stepping on anybody's toes. And,
Oh,
And that's, I would rather see more of the channels getting together on one panel, because then you're getting so many different views on whatever the topic is if you're doing topics like that.
oh, absolutely. It's like everybody go to one channel. Then when you're done with that, when the next channel comes on, everybody goes to that. And the whole group just kind of moves back and forth. And everybody can have plenty of views. They can have their monetization, whatever they want or need. I don't give two shits about any of that. But
Yeah, that's not
it's
why
one
I'm
of those,
doing it.
yeah, it's one of those deals that you share viewers. And
yeah, I tried
go ahead, Chuck.
I tried to let Mike know tonight that when they were talking about what Russia wanted, I tried to let them know the whole truth, what I've seen, and they left part of it out. And I tried to give them some points, but they didn't either pick it up or they don't believe me. So I'm not going to no more intel drops over there.
Well, and I was watching it.
Burgess.
I didn't, but I also had company, so I just didn't pay real close attention. But I did watch it.
They even left out Hawaii. They want Hawaii too because the Pacific Islanders in the 1800s ran Russian traders out of Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
There's all reason behind it that I could see them wanting, but not Alaska and that part of California because they sold it. But it's for reparations, so.
GG. I see you there, girl. I actually can be serious. Yeah, I can too. I just don't like to be. When I'm over here, I just like to cut up and have fun, let my hair down. Not that I have any hair to let down, but sounds good.
That's what it's for.
Now, I've been threatening myself to start back up my late night again.
Have a good night shift. Yeah, I was doing 12 o'clock, then all of a sudden, because there was nobody going on live in that area.
Night shift, thank you.
Then all of a sudden, you got people coming in 11, 12, 1. I get people alerted to that, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to worry about when I put mine on that during the day anymore.
During the day, it's a little tougher because some people work, but a lot of the crowd I've got is not unemployed. Let me rephrase that. Retired. So there's about 4,000 that watch me when I do mine. And it's just a good evening. We just sit around and bullshit and talk about dumb stuff but nothing serious. And that's why I like about Bonnie's and Gigi's, because it's. Now, when we're on mics, yes, we're serious as hell, and there's shit that needs to be talked about. But yeah, I just like to have fun. And trust me, I am a jokester from hell when I get the chance.
Anybody see that meme on Telegram? It said gasoline, beer is now cheaper than gasoline. Drink, don't drive.
Yeah.
That ain't no shit.
Shane,
Didn't say that, but I agree with it.
Shane, earlier, Vicky was telling me I was being petty because I'm like, because I was saying that the big shows, there's no sense of them coming to our little shows and advertising their show on there if they're not going to do the same back.
Well, and yeah, that is right. It's a two-way street. It is. Yeah, if a big show comes on yours and advertises hers, but they don't turn around and return the favor, yeah, that's a big no-no in my deal. And so when I'm with Mike, I always tell him we gotta mention these smaller channels because they support us, and he does.
Hey, Joseph.
Yeah, I seen they were doing that one little guy on there, but it's like one hand beating the other. I'm fixing to start putting stuff on Telegram for mine, so I'm gonna try to bring a whole bunch more crowd into this genre.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that'd be great.
Yep.
I think it would. I think it would be. Like
If I
I said, I don't do what I do with Mike for views or what have you. Now, granted, I love the attention. Don't get me wrong. I'm an attention whore, just like most of them. But I just do it because I always had something to say. I just
Who's
want
that?
to.
Libertad talking about you, TikTok. Yeah,
Doc P, I couldn't tell you why. I'll ask about it tomorrow, but I couldn't tell you why.
pissed off some mod and they got you kicked.
Yeah, but you got to forgive and forget. Sometimes you say something that's dumb and it doesn't come out the way you put it because in chat it's like text. When you text somebody,
No emotion.
yeah, you can't tell what they're actually trying to say. All you see is words, and the words can be misconstrued so easily. Trust me, I get it all the time, and I
But
hate.
even still, it's not always that. Crystal was blocked, and there was no reason for her to be blocked, and it took forever to figure it out, and no one could even figure it out.
No, I'm the one that got her unblocked.
Well, she changed the way she spelled her name.
Yeah, I got her unblocked, and then she was fine. But yeah, there's always just sometimes things don't come out the way we mean it, but it looks very mean towards a panel member or a mod. I'm going to tell you, we got some of the best mods on YouTube, and they are. You jack around, they're not gonna screw around. They're gonna beat your ass out, and it's happened. And the one that blocked Crystal, actually, I think was Tara, and Tara had an oops, Bonnie, like you did. You knew the whole damn chat.
Yes. Oops.
So, and that's what it was, and it just took us forever to figure out how to get her back on. Even Mike had a hard time, but we got her back.
Benjamin.
What
Yeah, I
happened to
don't.
Travis?
Travis said he was going to go dark for a little bit. He got beat up pretty good over some accusations, and
Physically or internet beat up?
the internet beat up. So he was just going to take a little break. And I don't think he deserved what he got. Now, some of the things they were saying might have been true. I don't know. But he felt like he got beat up pretty bad, so he was going to take a little bit of time off.
Yeah.
Hello, people.
Some of us get treated shitty and karma comes back. I'm not blaming him for anything, but I know where he's coming from saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
Black,
Black
how
Black.
you doing, man? I see you.
I forgot I let him up, and I'm looking at him in chat, reading his comments there. Oops.
I was waiting till you put your makeup on. Watching you go back and forth. How's your back, Chuck?
It's doing a lot better.
How's your front, Shane?
Yeah, well, my spandex is still tight.
That just didn't sound right. How's my back? Ain't none of that going on. No.
Chuck still likes
that don't work.
okay. He still likes my front, so we're all good. His back still likes my front, so we're good.
There was just so much seriousness today. I just couldn't, fathom it.
There is times, yeah, it gets overwhelming. There's times I want to tell you, I don't even turn my damn computer on until Mike or Bonnie comes on. I don't. There was times that this thing was on from 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting here researching, and now, since I've had a few issues, I'm like, I ain't turning the damn thing on. I just want to.
If it's a desktop, it's better to leave it running all the time.
Well, mine's a laptop.
Oh, okay.
And gaming things.
Here you go, Bonnie. Here's your topic they can talk about. See who knows anything about this. Let's see. See if that shows up.
I guess I'm still stuck in the 60s and 70s. I don't know.
Yeah, I am too at times.
I don't know.
Those were the best times to live.
It's just a black picture. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing.
Yeah, REO Speedwagon and Journey, and 70s was a good time. I loved it.
70s is my favorite.
Well, I was born in 71, but yet I grew up on all that music because of my parents. We only had 3 channels, so they was either having babies or we was playing music. And we played lots of music.
Try this one, Bonnie.
Well, no wonder y'all can't hear me.
Hold on just a second.
My granddaughter and I were jamming out to the radio today. Panama, Van Halen,
Oh, yeah.
Faith, George Michael.
George Michael. I like the remake of George Michael's Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper is one of my favorite songs ever. And then when I heard Caesar redo it, it took me a time or two, but man, I like it so much better.
That's when Wham has a totally different meaning.
Yes.
Here we
Night,
go.
David.
I got it where it'll show up now. Let's see. Had to do a little work on it. Get it moved around.
Hey, Garrett.
David, hate to see you go, but okay, good night.
He's got to send the stuff back to Amazon.
Does anybody know what that is?
Don't have that up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Be right back using the bathroom. I'll let that there. Y'all dig over it.
Huh.
I just touched on something briefly from today. Don't want to get anybody in trouble. I'm still stuck with LBJ getting off that Air Force One, waving like I'm supposed to feel assured, and Nixon getting pardoned. That's all I got to say about that. That's where I'm stuck.
You mean uh, right after the assassination?
Yep, I can still see the film in my head.
Yes. That was planned, most definitely.
And then Ford came along and did that. I just don't understand. But anyway, I don't want to get the channel in trouble.
They all have an agenda, Blackwatch.
That's where I stopped understanding things. I'm still scratching my head. I tried that on LW whatever, and it didn't go so well. So I retracted it. But anyway.
I figured Shane would know a bunch of those terms.
Yeah, I know a few of them.
Yeah. And
That's where they get a whole bunch of them together and they say, see, this is what that'll do in this country. Now we stop it, or this is how we do it. And like, why would you let all these people know how to do all this?
Yeah, it's a mess. That's for sure.
This is where my secret light switch is. Don't tell anybody.
Right.
and
But here
John,
it is, and they show it on film. Yeah.
yeah, Johns Hopkins is the one that comes out with a lot of the supposed health information.
Oh yeah, they're such lovely people.
Chuck,
They
Yo,
come up.
can you do a screenshot of that on this to send it to me?
yeah, I got it.
Your
Send it.
secret switch.
You have a email, drop it in private.
No, I'm just kidding. Somebody there has my email.
You do or don't want it.
No, I was just kidding. I thought it was a secret switch.
Yeah, secret.
I just got all done out of seriousness earlier today. I just shaking my head. Tell me something. The acronym on the chat, SMH, what does it stand for?
Shaking my head.
No, it's
Shake my head.
not the way I learned it, but that's the common thing. I've always used it for smack my head. But anyway.
It
I've
can
done
work that way too.
That's
Yeah.
when that's
I've
when
done both.
that's when nothing makes sense to me.
I use the LMFHO.
Yeah. And we don't need an explanation about that.
Yeah, instead of LOL.
Yeah. I learned it.
Well,
I learned it from Windows Live Messenger. The chat, you could go and pretty well unrestricted by today's standard. That's long gone.
Yeah, I had one of the games I used to play for a long time, and it stayed fine. But I had my character, I named it Foobar Snafu, and it was all well and good until around 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got it, and then they demanded me to change the name, so I changed it to Culero. And Culero in Spanish is asshole. And that was fine till I guess they got some mod that knew what that meant.
That's a pain, isn't it? When they figure it out. Up here they had a thing. There's a Montreal-based hub. I won't say what it carries. They were actually going to go after certain IDs with certain names in it, which would have left me out in the cold. But they didn't start the court action. Couldn't believe it, but they were going to do it. Talk about censorship. But they never did it.
wow.
They almost did. They almost. You imagine what it's out in Montreal. You know what the Hobbits, what type of videos.
Oh,
I saw it on the news here
oh.
a few years ago.
Yeah, Garrett, I've wondered, I've heard that the real fun land is under all the rides in the amusement park.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed that, Garrett. I didn't see.
108 people. That should shut Disney down, shouldn't it?
Probably a whole bunch of people.
Anybody to serve food or take tickets or run the rides.
And probably every one of them are the ones that weren't involved in it. They're just a fall guy.
You know, the ones that dress up in them suits, they got to be. Yeah, I can see them being the ones. Some of them.
There was a headline that popped up on mine today. Missing girl known as Little Miss Nobody, identified after more than 60 years. I don't remember that, but they finally figured out who she was. She was kidnapped in New Mexico and found in Arizona. 4 years old, over 60 years ago.
You know what's odd? All these refugees coming from the UKR in Denver.
Uh-huh.
But what's in Denver that everybody runs to?
John?
Airport tunnel stuff.
Well, I guess I should say under Denver, but
Did you see the satellite photos when they were building that place? That was one deep hole in the ground. You don't need to dig a hole for an airport
no.
or a runway.
Yeah, they made the complex, and then they used the complex to do the rest of the stuff. There was I know some people said there was dirt coming out of there for a long time.
Denver's a long way to go just for a hooker. Joseph. He's a mess. Yeah, I have a friend that lives in Colorado. I think she actually moved out of Denver because she said you wouldn't believe how much evil there is here. And
Yeah, they legalized it. The first have legal weed, and they legalize it so keep everybody high and they don't pay attention.
Yep.
Do you ever see a movie? It was about America, and there was a young guy. Can't remember it all. I cannot see part of it. He was 25. Was elected president, and then the old people are put on LSD and put away. And his caucus was 18 years old. They decided 25 was too old. Did you ever see that movie?
I can't remember.
Well, it's way back, but
Good movie to compare a lot of what's going on now to. Look up Idiocracy. I think it came out in the 90s, maybe early 2000s.
The train used to come behind my house until Biden became president. It stopped completely.
That might be a good thing. Either they're going to have it for a secret route.
yeah, Joe's going on his own Steel Wheels tour.
Was it a pipeline?
Hmm? Hey, what?
No, not a train. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Neither do I, but I just
Sorry.
bring it on.
If it was around the pipeline working, it could be one thing.
Sissy Cat, thank you. I think. But thank you. I appreciate that.
It's going to be a slow one.
I don't like it.
I don't even think he even hit the city limits yet. And that's like 1,000 feet away from me.
I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Yeah, I hear that train a coming. It's coming around the bend.
I saw you. Yeah.
Do they still transport oil by train? Yes. You see the black cars with the tops opened up.
Well, they started doing more of that now because of shutting down the pipelines.
Yeah.
It's safer through the pipelines than it is hauling.
Yeah, it's safer and it's more convenient. It's like turning your faucet on or going and carrying buckets of water.
Right. Faster.
Problem is it's more expensive. That's the problem. It's more expensive
To pipeline it?
to put it on rail.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The pipeline, and it's
Yes.
turning your faucet on and okay, here's oil.
Yep, it's more expensive to put it on rail.
You know, something I've noticed when I worked at my godfather's gas station in Texaco, it all went back to the States now. The tanker came in. I go on top. You do the stick thing, and you go on top and open all the tanks and look at it, you know. When's the last time you saw a tanker come in and somebody did that? They just trust them that that's what they dropped. It's just something I noticed. Nobody does that anymore.
The convenience stores I've worked at here, we still do that.
Gee, I didn't think that was ever done anymore.
Yep. We check it. We actually check it in the ground. Check it before and after
Yeah, that's what you
to
do.
make sure.
Each tank had 1,000 gallons in it. Sometimes they mixed it between high test and regular.
Yeah.
Now they have pup trailers and everything else. Mm. Well, you make me feel young again, Bonnie. You still have it. Climb that thing.
Our town tries to stay the same. Not a lot of change allowed here. It can be good and it can be bad, but now that things are changing, it's probably good because a lot of people here are used to living stuck in the old ways. Not always a bad thing.
Mm.
It's the same way here in Beaver. Same way.
Yeah.
We still stick our tanks. We still do all that. Yep. It's still the same here.
Sometimes the old is a better way.
Absolutely.
It's a whole lot stronger foundation.
Heck of a lot simpler in some ways. More work, better for you.
Yes, Joseph, they stick it in Beaver.
So is it a touchy subject as to do with the next step in change travel through the Mary Jane excursion?
I don't know if there's going to be a next step in that at all. Yesterday jacked me up. So I don't know. Someone said today, well, maybe you just need to smoke it. It didn't last as long. And I'm thinking, no, not till I get over this crap. So I woke up this morning and was still kind of jacked up. No,
Jacked
no.
up as stoned or jacked up as you just felt different?
Oh, I felt different. That's for damn sure. I felt like
Blood
I'd been
pressure,
hit.
blood pressure still level down?
Oh, yeah. My blood pressure was almost too low. It was almost too low. It was like 112/71. So I had to get up and go walk around and crap just to bring it back up.
It had you calm
That's
as hell, which is good. But
Yeah, it had me jacked up.
You could try a new pack of Lucky Strikes. You know what I'm saying?
I guess your body's like a
Yes,
Harley motor.
Yeah, it is. It's like a Harley. That's it.
If you got the idle down too low and it starts boom, 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 you're tearing up the damn camshaft on it.
Yeah, my crank was trying to go out on me. So I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it had me jacked up, man.
Just
Well,
go to the wall. Just go to the wall.
it's been a little over 2 hours for me. I'm gonna back out. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all.
All right, Chuck. See you
All
later.
right, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck.
Have a good night.
Nice talking with you, man.
Take
You
care.
too, bud. Y'all too.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it was jacked up. So
St. Joseph Day is the 19th. Polish Day. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. No pot of gold. Not here either, Benjamin.
Joseph stuck on the lady in red. That's a dumb song and it's a dumb video. Wrong color. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's downhill from here on in.
Next week.
There goes Chuck.
David, I'm sorry.
Okay, Bonnie, I'm in bed watching your addictive channel.
Should we play on him some more or let him go to sleep?
I'm like, hey, should I say that makes me feel good? Or no, that's not the right words. Thank you, David. Sure.
David can't handle the talk. That's okay.
You missed the clue. Well done.
Always miss a clue. Bonnie's always thinking nasty. Yes, David.
I am not.
She's always.
I just know. I know you, Shane, and I know if I say
she's always
certain
thinking nasty
things
about me. And her mind's
It's
always in
gonna
the
be-
gutter when I'm talking. She's an honored girl.
Dillinger had a lady in red that didn't work out for him. So.
Oh, come on, Joseph. You haven't heard her song Lady in Red? Is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. A movie?
I believe I've heard it.
I'm
Lady
sorry, y'all talk.
Hilarious too. They're in bed too. Like, damn, everybody's in bed. Maybe that's where I need to be. That's
Shane,
the last.
do you ever watch the YouTube screen while you're watching this?
Do what now?
Do you ever watch the YouTube screen while you're watching this?
At times, when I had my other monitor on, but now my HDMI port quit, so I have to do my Wi-Fi to my TV, and it's having issues. So I think my computer. I need to have Alan come over and help me with it.
I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but you should see the signs Bonnie's superimposing over your picture.
No, I'm sure she's got some.
Hate to tell you, don't want to be a bitch.
Yeah, she's probably got some kind of perverted thing going on.
No, not really. No.
She's on it. But that's all right. I don't mind. If it's Bonnie doing it, I don't mind.
The Schumann Renaissance is so high that we almost summoned our new Earth. We're supposed to transcend to. I've been looking for it. I'm ready. Let these libtards have this one. They done screwed it up.
Wow, you're in a different place right now. Yeah. I kind of know what you're talking about.
So what do you do for fun, Shane?
So what do I do for fun?
Yeah.
Talk on the internet.
You need an intervention.
Yeah, I had one of those. That didn't work so well for me yesterday.
I saw a movie about that. Some guy with black and a white collar jumped out the window.
And that's why I sent him that picture. I was like, look what I did today. See, for me, that's fun. I got to get out and do something fun.
Did your mom get to ride with you?
She did ride. She rode by herself.
Oh.
That is the first bike she's had. I don't know what she was thinking, because she keeps talking about her and my stepdad going riding. Well, he's going to flip right off the back because it doesn't have a backrest. And so that's just not going to go well. But she rode it around the circle drive before I rode it.
Uh-huh.
She just went once. I went a bunch.
Yeah, you sent me that pic, and I was like, yeah, it looks fun.
It was. They could hear me all the way. Woohoo! And then they heard me fishtail. Tatum said Mama was telling her she's going to run into a tree.
Your mom drove?
She rode it by herself, and then I rode it by myself.
Oh.
That's all my life I have ridden on the back. And so when she got this one, she was like, even you can drive this one. Because I never could get everything to work at the same time. I went out in the middle of the field and I tried for 2 hours, and I flipped over the front. I wheelied and flipped off the back, and I flipped over sideways. I was bruised head to toe. Never could get it right. And so finally I just said, I'm not meant to drive a motorcycle, because anything that can be driven, I want to drive. I love to drive. Shane?
What? I just said, It can be driven. Uh,
My mom never drove. Most women in the family never drove. And I remember to this day, my sister, I had a 67 Impala 427. We were in a supermarket parking lot on a Sunday. And I said, watch. I don't give it gas. I let the clutch out slow. She stalled that thing till I almost couldn't get it started. Yeah. Yeah, she did learn to drive, but only automatics.
Oh, I love driving standards.
yeah, Victor, I see that.
I'm not gonna say stick.
She likes driving a stick.
I think everybody should be made to drive standard, or they don't know how to drive. But that's just me.
I think they should all start out that way. I started with the 3-speed on the column.
Oh, that was
Yep.
hilarious.
3-speed on the
here.
column. That's how I learned
That's
to
what
drive.
I
And
started.
that's all I have. I'm sorry.
I started out on a 1966 Dodge van, with 3-speed on the column.
Yeah, I was
There
in
you go.
like a 63, 62 Ford pickup. The old man that taught me how to drive was the first one I ever did carpentry with. I was 12 or 13 years old, and I want to tell you, I learned how to drive that and loved it. Loved it.
Yep.
One thing about working in a
That's
garage. Sorry.
sorry. I learned when I was 13, and every vehicle I had was a standard until 15 years ago. Is when I finally decided to get an automatic.
Yeah, I got tired of in big cities and towns. You know, you had to
Yes.
start and stop all the
Yep.
time like that, and it's like, the hell with that. I just give me an
My
automatic.
most embarrassing moment when I was going to college in San Antonio, and we were at a red light, and I was putting my mascara on, and all of a sudden, bump, and I looked up, and I had rolled backwards into the vehicle behind me, and I just shrunk down in the seat. I was like, oh my God. And he was laughing his head off, and he just kept waving, like, don't worry about it. Said, okay, no more putting on makeup in the vehicle.
That ain't no shit.
That's
Typical
when
women.
that's when your glued on eyelashes end up on your cheeks, blink, blink. Used to watch girls do that. It was weird. But they did look a
Yeah.
lot better with it, I must admit.
School bus was 4 on the floor, but I drove.
I had to laugh when one guy came on panel for you and talked about makeup, and it lit his fire. My woman is just natural. She doesn't need any stuff. I don't know.
Well, I don't wear makeup now. I
You
am
know,
what
I
I
quit
am.
wearing makeup a long time ago.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't think I ever wore makeup.
That's because you couldn't get your mouth open the right way and you kept messing it up.
Well,
This is
I
just
could never get my
lipstick.
lipstick on right, so I just quit.
Look at Billy Idol. Can you imagine trying to do that? Oh man, like that guy.
Yeah, but I'd have the rebel yell then.
Cool.
And just thinks he makes that thing on purpose.
Yeah, I never did do the
Hey, Joey.
makeup thing.
My Mustang is a 5-speed. Well,
I
Joseph,
borrowed.
the T5 transmission is about the worst one ever built. But anyway,
A friend of mine, he souped up a Volkswagen. You know how they put that? I think it's an exhaust that sticks straight up. I don't know, but when my truck broke down, I got to drive it to school. That was fun.
there's one
Put the ball kit on it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's so. Then I had to have a Baja bug, and I even had the Baja sticker for the window. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one thing about working in a garage. I've seen just about everything. Volkswagen Bug comes in. So I'm waiting for to pop the hood, put the gas in. Guy sitting in the back seat. 427 Chev engine in the front. That was amazing.
Huh.
That short wheelbase, and he's got a 427 Chevy in it.
Oh yeah.
In the
We've done a lot of that goofy shit.
And there's always a lawyer with more money than brains. 61 Biscayne, 409, and 29 Ford Bucket T. The cops were always on his butt.
Oh yeah.
Had a 63 Corvette split window, the only year they ever did it. Fuel injection. Anyway, we're bored people here at Car Talk.
nah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
We used to make the buggy rails out of Volkswagens.
It's something. Remember, one guy took one of the engine out of the Oldsmobile mechanic. So I figured this is easy. I like the 57 Chevy. So I'll just take the body off and put it on the old frame. Done. Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
Oh, let me 1 second. Barb, you do know that Angel goes live on Telegram. I just assumed that you were looking for her there. She doesn't do YouTube anymore.
Everybody says there should be another YouTube. You realize Bezos and, well, less or more now, Microsoft Gates, they're the only ones with that kind of money.
Well, True Social, I hear, is up and running. I hear it's up and running. Haven't been over there yet.
But I heard it's taking forever to get in.
I heard that they're vetting everybody. They don't just let anybody come on.
Really?
And even when it is out, it's only going to work from that new iPhone, from what I understand, that new Apple phone.
Oh, well, then I can't do it. I don't use Apple. I have never used Apple. I've never been a fan of Apple. I'm an Android.
Me too. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have a Facebook account, but I used to watch people's streams on Facebook. Now I have to sign in, which I'm not going to do. Is that true? Is that you people that have Facebook?
I haven't been there, so I don't know.
No, there's just a couple of people I was looking for, and all of a sudden you had to sign in, and forget it. I'm not doing that. But anyway, kid's 20 years old. He just got engaged. Oh well, you're gone. Did you get a? I don't know if I should say it here, Bonnie. Did you get a chance to look at that link?
Okay. That link.
That I sent. Just curious.
Did you email it?
Yeah, the car. I don't send unsafe links, just so you know. Anyway, it's on YouTube.
I will look for that later when my phone is doing what it's supposed to.
You're not going to see a car like that on the street, I guarantee it.
Cool.
But anyway.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna close early tonight.
Oh wow!
I'm missing the sound of the train going by on Chuck's camera.
I know.
That brings back some memories. I forgot all about it.
When's the last time you saw a freight train that was 2 miles long? I haven't seen one for a long time.
No. When I get caught with one, I don't have to worry about it because you know it's going to be over with real quick.
Yeah.
So Bonnie, you're ending early tonight, huh?
Yes, dear.
Well, you didn't want to try another gummy, so we nursed you through it.
No, I will not do that.
Have you not heard of somebody playing mind games on you at a time like that? Just curious.
Well, I want to tell you, I played my own mind games on myself. I was a jacked up mess.
That's how I lost my friends, the dealer. They start with, well, how you doing? Who have you seen lately? It's hard to explain. It's from the 60s.
Right.
It's an insult.
Oh,
They're playing you.
Right.
That's why I almost punched his lights out. I just grabbed the wife and left. Anyway, maybe it's an old expression.
Like I said, I just took yesterday I just took it for what it was. The longer the day went on, the worse it got. And I'm like, you got to be joking, right? You got to be joking.
Yeah, but isn't it disturbing to come on a YouTube channel and everybody understands what you're going through?
Yeah, that was scary as shit. I come on and I'm like, I'm a jacked up mess. And everybody's like, oh, don't worry about it, man. We've been through that. And I'm like, I'm glad somebody has. But I haven't. This is the first time ever. 32 years since I've been jacked up. And I want to tell you, I was jacked up.
Mike did something. Remember that quiz he did?
Yeah.
Mike did, yeah.
Yeah.
He brought a bad thought back to me, a memory. Which one of the Beatles married Yoko Ono?
Oh, I know it. I know it. He's bringing up, and I couldn't even think last night. He was bringing up stuff. I've jumped on there because, I'm a dumbass.
Sorry.
It was just one of those deals. I was like, shit, I can't answer these damn questions. I can't even think. I was a jacked up mess. I don't like being like that. I like my mind, I like having my thoughts with me.
I bought the Double Fantasy album and I couldn't get the track she was on cut out even with an X-Acto knife. That woman sounds like a poor cat on wash day going through the ringer.
there you go.
Right.
Something.
She's
Never
gone.
liked it. Yeah.
Well, you didn't marry her for her money. Well,
It was
her
just because of John.
she's got it. She's worth a lot of money before she met him.
Really.
Remember the bed-in? Oh my God, those pictures should have been burned.
All right. Well, I guess if Bonnie's going to shut her down, I'm going to probably hang it up myself. Try to get to bed a little early tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You young people are no fun.
Well, I try to stay up, and I usually do a pretty good job, but Bonnie's been keeping me up till about 3 in the morning every morning, and it's been whooping my ass.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well.
She's a night owl. She likes the nights, and I'm like, my brother walks in at 11:30 in the morning. I'm still laying in bed. He going, "You gonna get up today?" I said, "I don't know. Should I?" So I get up. I guess it's lunchtime. I better get up and do something.
And your blood pressure was good.
Yes, my blood pressure was good. Yesterday and today.
That'll tell you something.
Yeah. Don't eat gummies.
Stay up later.
No. It says eat gummies and don't and be a jacked up mess all day, and you can't function, and your blood pressure will be fine though. That's what it
Yep.
told me.
Shane?
I'm telling you.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Shane, can you see in the
I
dark?
see.
Can I what?
Can you see in the dark?
I don't know many people that can, but yeah, I can see a little bit. I got night
Oh,
lights.
there goes that excuse.
I can't see in the dark.
Neither can I.
Well, I got night lights for a reason. So I ain't gonna turn the lights on just to go pee 3 times a night, you know?
You remember they used to use a little light in the bathroom, and then they go in and shut the door, and somebody falls down the stairs.
Yes. Did that make any sense at all?
I don't even shut the door anymore. I don't even shut the door. I mean, people don't like what I'm doing, then to hell with them. My damn house.
Yeah, but you might want to take down that wall mirror, you know?
I might want to what?
Take down that wall mirror.
Well, I'm not standing there looking in the damn mirror. Trust me.
I'm running out of gas.
I go in there and I stagger and I lean against the wall and shake and wave and all that stuff and do my thing, and then go back and say to hell with it. I just lay back down.
Hello.
Shake and wave. What the
Yeah.
heck?
You're getting a big TMI here, and it doesn't stand for 3 Mile Island, you know?
Benjamin, too much information.
Somebody came on a tech channel, and you know, you're introduced and everything like that. And he's like, where do you live? I live at TMI. I can see TMI. Everybody going, what? Too much information. 3 Mile Island. You know. Everybody in the country, United States, knows what TMI is. No, they don't.
No, I've always tried to be honest with people, straight up. So I don't have my name all jacked up and make some bullshit name. I always try to be 100% honest with people. They ask about me, I'm going to tell you.
Well, Sagittarius can't lie anyway.
Well, we have a hard time doing it because we're not very good at it.
No, we're not good at it at all.
No. I mean, we can try.
Really?
Now, my little brother used to always tell me, he says, "You're damn good at telling part of the story, but not the whole damn story." Well, I'm pretty good at that. At least I was honest. I told you part of it, but I never told it all. And he always give me shit about that.
You ever met somebody that believed in the zodiac, tarot cards, all that stuff? It's, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've met a few people that's into that, and it's one of those deals. I'm not into it, but if that's their thing, that's their thing. You know, them cards can be taken two ways. One's evil and one's not,
Yeah.
and just depends on what you're reading and who's reading it, whether it's evil or not. And then you go to the side of, well, it's all interpretation. Well, that's probably true. How did you learn it?
No, but on LWN or whatever it is, they're going on about Lincoln's wife with seances. That was the parlor games of the day.
Oh yeah.
Don't cut her up for it. It's like out in, you've heard of Anne of Green Gables? No.
Yes.
Well, she recite poetry, the Highwaymen, and that. That's what the women did. They got together on a Sunday afternoon and did poetry. Just sign of the times.
It's
I love
all
that.
in taking in the era we live in, and that's the biggest thing.
So there's still some weird woman dressed in black and believing tarot cards.
There is some. There is some.
That's an abuse of black clothing's name.
Oh my goodness. I guess I'm not closing up. Thanks,
Why is
Deb.
that?
There's an invasion coming from Christina's. Hope you don't mind.
Bonnie,
saw-
looks like you're going to get a lot of company here in about 15 minutes.
You getting a love
okay.
rate, are you?
Aw. That's sweet.
All the late night people are coming out now.
Yep. And there's just Scotty.
Yeah, the dude can't get through listening to lullaby. Straighten out.
Roller and Mess, our cats. It's good to see y'all.
Let everybody go.
Yeah. This is the the crew that hangs out at Jeremy's too.
Oh. Oh.
We're losing.
They're fun. Ed, you wait.
Yeah, I'm awake. I start fading around midnight, though.
Time, isn't it? 12.
Just Scotty, you got a song in you? A song?
No, he's always got songs in him.
He did one that he posted on his site, and I just loved it. It was so pretty. Just Scotty, I can't remember the name of it.
This one's for
You
you.
can sing.
This one's for you wherever you are.
Is that what it was?
No, I'm just saying. I had to put a song with the words in it, and Barry Manilow's got one. This song's for you wherever you are.
Scotty, what was the last song you posted? Love me. Okay. Thank you. Hmm. Somebody always says that. Who says that? Can't remember. Hmm.
I don't know who that would be.
Scotty, one of your strings are still flat, bro. I gotta tell you.
That's,
Yeah, we're a sleepy bunch up here. We're fixing to close up.
yeah, because I'm fixing to have to bail.
Oh,
I like, Shane, that guy hasn't come back. I tell you, his pride, whatever. So I'm grateful for that.
Which one?
Remember, I was telling you about that guy that was rattling my chain for about 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to watch this. He took it too far to about the 40-minute mark in the video. Ken popped him into the waiting room, and Ken had one hell of a rant right on YouTube. It's going, and then you hear bloop. He left the waiting room, hasn't come back. But good. He let the show. Anyway, I won't. That was a couple of weeks ago.
all right. We'll have to think of something good for tomorrow night, St. Patrick's Day.
Is tomorrow St. Patrick's Day?
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what they say about people
Tomorrow for us.
wearing?
Mike Watch already has.
I'm going to have to find me some green britches or something.
I gotta tell you, Shane. You know,
Beautiful Tracy is. Is it Luke? Beautiful Crazy.
Beautiful Crazy. Yeah, that's a song.
Yeah.
Beautiful Crazy.
I know it's a song, but I'm trying to think of who did it.
Luke
I
Bryan.
love that song.
Luke Bryan.
Was it Luke Bryan? Okay.
I think so.
I hate to tell you this, it goes back a ways. Michael Bublé wrote and sang and recorded Home first. Sorry, people, it was Canadian.
It was.
I don't know.
It was.
Well, somebody had it all messed up that came onto your panel. Said it was not Luke. The guy that's on the American Got Talent. No, I can't think.
Simon Cowell.
No, he did 6 Feet Apart, a judge. He recorded 6 Feet Apart, the song.
On America's Got Talent?
Yeah, he was. Oh, what's the country guy? Not
There's
Luke.
no country guy on America's Got Talent.
There was.
No.
Well, there was,
The Voice.
oh, if you're talking about, no, The Voice is Blake Shelton, but
That's it.
America's Got
Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton.
Yeah, Blake Shelton.
He recorded. That was a neat song. Have you heard his 6 Feet Apart? He composed while he was off tour. That's a real cool.
I love me some Blake, but yet I'm very disappointed in him. That's just all I'm going to say right now.
Yeah, well. Can't win them all.
Blake is from Oklahoma. He's right from down the street from me. You know, he's like 5 hours from me.
Well,
he really
just got it.
That guy I told you about lives in Michigan. Do you remember in the years 25, Sager and Evans?
Yes.
He'd say Evans lives 7 miles away. Then there was somebody else. Well, he lives here. Probably said, who the hell doesn't live close to you? And if they had the choice, would they? You know, that guy just.
Luke Combs. There you go.
Luke Combs, yeah.
Yes. And Blake, it's the eyes and then goes straight down, bypass the heart. That's probably what happened to him. You know,
I know
Probably.
I know it's not going to be down your people's alley, but have you ever seen Nightwish Performances?
No.
It's
Nightwish.
they're from the Netherlands. You should look it up on YouTube. It's the light show and everything. It's the only thing I have against them. They had the woman, the lead singer, and she became pregnant, and they ordered her to bed in the hospital for 2 weeks. They fired her. I hold that against them. But anyway.
Huh.
I mean, I like everything. I don't like rap, but I like everything else, even back to musical theater. You know. But anyway.
What?
Shane, you know what they
Green blood.
What? Like,
Shane, you know what they used to say about people who wear green on Thursdays, don't you? You might want to rethink that.
well, I know. Stop it, silly.
There's
Just
there's a
saying.
little bit of green in your mask thing there, isn't there?
What?
There's a little bit of green in your mask thing there, isn't there?
In my mask thing. No.
Your Oklahoma mask? No?
No. That's a dream catcher, and it's blue and rusty looking.
I think that's green. Okay. I got my green on.
Got your green on. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bail, guys. I'm done. It's 11:30.
Oh,
that's all right. We'll tuck you in, Shane.
All right.
Shane.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all for tucking me in.
It was good to see you again,
love you,
Shane.
Shane.
You too. All y'all. Love y'all. Y'all are great. I love it. It's a good night.
Good night, Shane.
Yes, Gigi, I see you down there. But yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done.
Good night, Shane.
All right, good night.
Right. Hello, Scotty.
Oh, hi there. Howdy, howdy. Wait a minute, it's too bright in here. Let's shut off this overhead. Wait a minute, I can do it from here, can I? Nope. That's the
Really,
fan.
Gigi? Really?
I don't want the damn fan. On my head. How y'all?
That's Scotty.
That's out of tune, pitchy Scotty. I was just tuning before I came on, hoping I got it closed. When I capo up, it goes out, you know. Let me turn it.
I gotta tell you, that first thing you joined in here, one of your strings were really flat. But
Yep.
anyway,
Tell me which one.
you got new strings since then.
Brand new. Oh, it happened about a week now. So they've been stretched. I'm looking down at my floor tuner. And it may be acting up. I've had it so long. It's a little sharp.
That sounds more like every good boy deserves nookie rather than food.
Yeah, and then you go to make a chord and something doesn't sound right.
You
That was flat. Your ear is the best. How's that?
use a bar clamp.
Sorry?
Do you use a bar clamp on it?
A bar clown?
Bar clamp. You know, you clamp it over to bring up. I don't know what else to call it.
Well, I got a capo here
It's
on the fourth fret, so I can play these fingerings. Let me get another sip. My voice is gone tonight.
I need a chair like that, Ed.
And I'll be
That was
dropping down an
comfortable.
octave in places, as I always do. But this is the song that Charlie wants me to play it her way. That, I'm the groom. I could get. I said before or after. She said, you can pick it. You can choose. But probably after. Because it describes a lot of her, not all of it. Her day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever to get ready. She's never on time for anything. But she gets that come get me look in her eyes. It kind of scares me. The way that she drives me wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. I'm still learning this damn thing. She makes plans for the weekend. Can't wait to go out till she changes her mindset. Let's stay on the couch and watch TV. She falls asleep. Beautiful and crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. She's unpredictable, unforgettable, untouchable, unbelievable. How I'm such a fool. Yes, I'm such a fool. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. But her crazy is beautiful to me. Well,
Yay.
need some more. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Wow, Bonnie, what? Cindy, hello, Bella.
I took my guitar and screwed it to the wall. Straight to
Well,
the
I
back.
got, look behind me. I got two of them screwed to the wall back there, Ed. But
Oh, you guys, I was wondering if they were hanging or screwing.
no, they're actually hanging. I can actually take them off and play them. I played that one last night on Crystal's channel, the old Aspen. You can't see it in the dark. My Gibson knockoff. I played Stone Temple Pilots song on her channel last night. It had rave reviews. I hadn't played that song in 10 years. But that's how it is when you get back into it. When you haven't played in a while and start playing again. Anybody else do that? Used to play a lot, didn't play. Then you quit for 6 months and started playing. Quit for 3 months, started playing. And for a while, every time I came back, it got better. But then I don't know, my neuropathy caught up with me.
You're doing great.
It's my left hand. That's what disabled me.
Yeah.
But it still remembers how to make some chords. Yeah. But
That was still beautiful.
But lyrics, I can't remember. I have to have help with lyrics, and then every once in a while I just black out. In the middle of the song, go, what song was I playing? Y'all got that to look forward to.
Scotty,
What?
you know when you start to bar up, say 1, 2, 3, 4 frets, you put like a clamp, like a bar thing on it.
Yeah, it's called capo. That's what's
Oh,
on it right now.
I don't know. I don't know what the name of it is. I just
CAPO, capo.
Okay.
Yes.
And I even got a fancy one that has a tuner on it for my Aspen back there because it won't plug into my floor tuner like my other two guitars will. They'll plug in, and I can look down and step on the pedal and say, "Oh, I'm out of tune." But with my Taylor, I don't have to worry much about it. It stays in tune pretty well. This is a fine guitar. 2007 limited edition. Can't remember the model number. GS. It's a Grand Symphony Taylor. It's the big model. Not the one with all the gold inlays and gold shit. That one's $1,000 more. But it's a fall limited 2007 Tasmanian Blackwood. That's what's on the back and the sides. It's beautiful. Tasmanian black with a Sitka spruce top. Gives it that bright sound as opposed to the cedar. That's what if you look at our string theory Austin channel, Danny had the cedar model that was similar to this, but it had all the gold and shit in it. And his had a warmer kind of tone as opposed to this being brighter. Whew, losing my breath.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Bonnie, the girls are beating up on me tonight. Can I hide them?
The girls are beating you. No black watch.
Well, thank you, Cindy.
Okay.
That's sweet.
I think you can hold your own black watch.
No, what? That doesn't sound right. What?
I mean, I think that you can handle it.
Oh, okay, that sounds better. Jeez, I thought you were joining in with them now. Yeah, my goodness.
No. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Damn it. Sorry about the noise.
My niece is a country music singer. I'm looking for her YouTube channel now.
There you go.
Well, she's got one song that I really like. I'm trying to find that one song. I found her channel. I'm looking for that one song she's got out.
Well, you'll have to give us the link to it or what to look at. We'll support her. We like music.
Now, this guitar is 46 years old. Still lasts, and you can see the belt buckle scratches on the back of it. He got played live a few times when I was in college. It's a Japanese knockoff of a Gibson Dreadnought that I purchased in, when was it? 1978? 77?
Wow.
Where it was. I was 74. I was still in high school. But it still sounds good.
Again, see you tomorrow night. Hopefully.
You recognize that?
I'm sorry.
Don't forget, Scotty, Bonnie's trying to close up early and Shane's not up to walk her home.
Okay. Well, I'm done. Thank y'all for being here. Putting
Well,
up
you're
with it.
done. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
my
gonna,
favorite. Well, that one I stuck in the private chat. You can give that to everybody
Yes.
else. I can't get to the regular chat from this page. So I put it in
okay.
the private chat.
I see it. It's your niece's channel.
That's my niece's channel. That's the ones. That's her favorite song, the one I like. And that's my favorite song.
Well, somebody kept trying to get me
her
to.
favorites too.
Somebody kept trying to get me to play. What was that song? It was so damn sad. Oh, about putting a bottle to your head. And I was like, damn, that just makes me cry. I don't want to play that.
Yes, it's sad.
I'll find it.
Lullaby, something, whiskey lullaby.
Whiskey Lullaby.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I listened to it and I went, I'm not going to play that. I wouldn't be able to get through that. Put a bottle to my head, blow my brains out. No, that's, yeah.
It's not all that bad. Come on.
Yeah, it was sad. For old rock sad music.
There's a few of those.
Recognize that? It's a song called Blush. And I feel the time's a wasted go. Where you go to tomorrow, and I feel that
Yes,
these
that
are the
one.
lies to come. Would you even care? And I feel it. And I feel it. So where you going to tomorrow? Where you going with that mask I found? And the feel I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Will she smell alone? Oh. So much depends on the weather. So it's raining in your bedroom, and I see that these are the eyes of disarray. Would you even care? And I'm feeling, and she feels sad. So when you go into tomorrow, where you going with that mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Will she smell alone? And the dogs find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. Find it, find it, find it. When the dogs find her. Got time, wait for tomorrow. Find it, find it, find it. Oh, find it.
Very good, Scott.
It was so much easier when I was younger. Whew.
Hey, Silver Girl. Haven't seen you in a while.
Thank you.
You know, knocking on the door. Scotty, you know, knocking on heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
No, you got to play the guitar with it, bud.
My hand said quit.
Slash did that.
My voice said quit.
Slash played that.
But yeah, who's that? Is that
Guns N'
George?
Roses.
No, not Gun. No, who originally wrote it? Not the cover. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Was it George Harrison?
No, Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses.
I don't think they wrote it.
Maybe not.
I think
All
they
you, have,
covered.
all you have to do is get an empty Johnny Red whiskey bottle, and you're good to go. That's how Axl Rose uses.
I hate dead soldiers. I hate throwing them out. Man, my glass recycler, he leaves me a AA brochure in my glass thing every time he comes. All the whiskey bottles.
My granddaughter
That's a joke.
wore her. My granddaughter wore my old Guns N' Roses T-shirt today. I was surprised.
I used to do that. What is that?
That Axl Rose.
Welcome to the Jungle. I used to play. I had electric. I used to play the intro to that years ago, and it wasn't that hard to learn. It was pretty simple. The hardest song I ever learned, and I still know it because I played it so many times, was a song from Yes called "Mood for a Day." It was an instrumental on acoustic. Y'all have all heard it. Who was the guitarist on that? Steve. The guitarist from Yes, the same band that did Roundabout. In and around the lake. Same band. Steve something. See, my memory goes. I don't think it has anything to do with this green stuff I keep smoking all day, does it?
Eric Clapton knocking on heaven's door.
There you go. It was Eric Clapton. Thank you, Bonnie. Good job.
Cindy got that.
Cindy
Eric
got it.
Clapton.
Well, I'm not even looking at chat. I can't read right now anyway, but I saw some really nice comments, and thank you all for those very nice comments. Do you know Irish Rovers music? Play tomorrow night on my channel. Irish. Oh, I wish I did. And I know I've got some Irish in me. I've got all kinds of UK in me. Where we headed for? I had a private fight for George Washington.
That Axl
Say again?
That Axl Rose gets out there with his Johnny Red Walker whiskey bottle and his kilt. And I'd really like to introduce him to the Black Watch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even own a kilt. but apparently Lori Lightfoot does. Beetlejuice owns a kilt. And that's not cultural appropriation when she does it, is it? Oh no.
You know what was said in the World War I to the German armed forces? To the true story.
Yeah, now we want the Germans to arm up again. And it's okay. Arm the Germans again.
Basically,
How did that turn out last time?
Basically, the German higher up said to the soldiers, suicide before capture from the ladies in black dresses. True story. Because they will scalp you or worse, which of course was not true.
All I know is we're in a scary place right now, kids. And
Yes, we are.
we're relying on a bunch of incompetent puppets to get us out of this. Think about that. You know they're puppets. Biden's a puppet. Macron's a puppet. Fucker asshole in Canada is a puppet. Ukraine. Zelensky, he's a puppet. That they're feeding him cocaine.
So
his puppeteers are
who's
shoving
running this
coke up
show?
his nose to keep him pacified and do what they say. True
Watch
story.
what you're saying, Scotty. They're taking channels now.
Oh, well, lives are pretty safe.
So
Goddamn.
who's running the show, Scotty?
Steven Crowder does a live every morning. And they're itching to take him down again.
Yeah.
Who's in control of the puppets?
I get up at 7 in the morning to watch Louder Crowder. He's on our side.
Only like one of his songs.
Who?
What is it? Come to the Table or something?
Songs? Steven Crowder?
Crowder, isn't he the one that does really?
No. He's the comedian. Impersonator, impressionist. He's the funniest motherfucker I know.
I'm thinking of the guy that sings.
He does Change My Mind. You know, hate speech is not real. Change My Mind. Have you seen those?
Yeah, the guy that sits at the table.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk.
Well, he has a show with millions of viewers of podcasts called Louder with Crowder. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 Eastern or Central, because he's in Texas. And with Dave Landau, another comedian, and they have a bunch of people, and they do skits, and they talk bad shit about Biden and Fauci and all these assholes, and they hammer them. It's fucking hilarious. But I can't believe you hadn't heard of Steven Crowder. I hadn't heard of him until about 6 or 7 years ago, I guess. So, but he's been around a long time, and you'd enjoy him. If you ever saw Steven Crowder, you'd say, "I like this guy." So,
I'm
anyways,
looking at.
he's on YouTube every morning from Monday through Thursday. But you have on the West Coast here where I am, it starts at like 7 to 7:30. So if you're retired, you gotta not set your alarm, but wake up and look at the clock. And go, oh fuck, Crowder's on. Grab the headphones. Get on the phone, do all that shit, and I watch him for 2 hours. Then I have breakfast.
Sister Scotty, are you going to answer my question?
I didn't hear it, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Who's the puppeteer?
I still didn't make that out.
Neither did I.
Who's running the puppets? Isn't it called a puppeteer?
Oh, puppeteers. Puppeteers. Who's puppeteer?
Jim
There's
Henson.
a bunch of puppeteers. Biden's got 4 of them doing him. So imagine how he's going.
I heard they took 2 to the G Summit meeting just in case one messed up.
Yeah, he's got the I don't want to get Bonnie's channel in trouble here. He's got the Obama camp. They got some strings pulling on him. He's got the Hillary camp. They got strings pulling on him. He's got the
I think there's somebody over all of that.
the DNC. He's got, and then he's got the progressives pulling on him. The AOCs, who were installed by virtue of a tryout. She responded to a tryout, and they said, "You're what we're looking for. We're going to put you in office." And so they did.
Bonnie.
And Zelensky's got all these oligarchs pulling his strings. He's an actor. They put him in a TV show last year or year before or whenever it was, portraying as the president of Ukraine. And now, guess what? He's the president of Ukraine. You can't make this shit up.
Bonnie. Didn't you know Jim Henson isn't really dead?
Who is that?
Jim Henson created the Muppets.
Jim Henson.
You can't make this shit up.
He created the Muppets.
Bob Henson. Wasn't that his name? Bob Henson? The Muppet Man?
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson. Thank you. I'm sorry.
He died very young.
I saw.
I'm getting accused of missing disinformation by my fiance in here, so I better shut up. She mimics whatever they say. That's what I live with.
I'm running out of jokes, Bonnie. I can't keep this chat going.
I sleep with the enemy.
It's all gone downhill. I don't know if they tired me out or I tired them out. I think it was a draw. Right, Cindy?
Y'all wore me out. I'm going to say goodnight. Take care, kids.
Thank you so much for coming up and singing, Scotty. Always appreciated.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Love you guys, and hope we're all here to regroup tomorrow.
All right, Scotty.
Love you too. Take care.
Giga Maggies.
Longhorns. Hook 'em horns. That was always a battle in our house because we've always been for the Longhorns, and then my daughter had to go to A&M, And she made sure to bring me all the Aggie key rings and gadgets. Yeah.
Ted Nugent was on Nino's channel the other night.
I have got to go back and look for that. I had heard that, and I would really like to see it.
I never
And
knew
that's
Ted Nugent had that type of personality. You know, I didn't buy his music. I mean, all my friends
yeah.
liked it. I wasn't into that.
And it's David Nino Rodriguez. Is that who Nino is? Right.
David Nino Rodriguez.
Yeah. And I'm
He usually
sub to
pulls
him.
them
I
right
don't know
down.
why I wouldn't.
I don't know now.
I'm sorry.
He pulls them right down usually. Afraid to be
Oh, no.
put on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Well, and
sure.
if Ted was talking, if Ted was spilling it, he probably did take it down.
I think he did leave it up on Rumble or BitChute. It might be BitChute. Rumble or BitChute, one of them two.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was surprised. I didn't know what his personality. I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected to be all burned out from drugs and alcohol. Come to find
Oh,
out, he didn't
no.
drink his whole life or did anything.
He's Texas, isn't he?
Yeah, he's down in Texas.
Thank you, Dad.
He went live from his man cave. Oh,
Yep.
spoke too loud.
Well, a few good people in Texas. They are trying to turn it, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I do need to write to Abbott because we need to have a talk. A serious talk. I'm going to make him a list.
Do you remember that movie Kevin Costner did where he, the Indian tribe takes a girl, a white girl, and he marries her? I can't think of the name. One of my favorite movies.
Um,
Oh, jeez.
I know what you're talking about.
This is what happens when you keep me up so late. But do you remember when the young brave, the buffalo hunting, and he's out there with his 22, his rifle, and the buffalo turns to the young brave, and he shoots it just before. I wonder how they did that shot. Yeah,
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves.
Yep.
There's a young brave watching the hunt, and buffalo turns to him. He got like a ton coming at the kid. And it takes about 3 or 4 shots, and he gets it. And the kid faints. I wonder how they did that shot with the cameras. It was impressive. I love that movie. Dances with Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it.
They can do anything in movies. And that's why it's like,
There's some loud noises.
that's why I don't believe it. That's why I don't believe a lot of the things I see because I know what they can do.
Oh, no.
And Cindy, maybe a little a rhino, but the legislature is pretty much in control, and I think they have a lot of pull there. But I'm still writing to him. Of the two choices that we have, it's definitely Abbott. We cannot have Beto. No way, no way. Isn't he even from another state? Didn't he lose? I guess he went for Senate or something, didn't he? Beto O'Rourke. It's hard for me to keep up with all the politicians. We have too many. Yeah. Um, I don't know what more he can put at the border. I keep telling the truckers they need to come down and line up. He's already got National Guard, and then they made the Lone Star. Oh, what's it called? Lone Star something. Plus the regular border patrol. Yes. And I knew that he was from Texas, but he needs to go away.
Are you moving, Bonnie?
Am I what?
Moving?
Moving
Mm,
like right now, or am I moving out of where I'm at?
I don't know. You made mention to Ken that you're kind of in the same position or something. Both moving.
Yes, I am going to be moving.
Not out of the town, though. The rough.
Yes, it's like a secluded spot. Excuse me.
I would think this is one of the roughest times to move. When my eldest granddaughter sold her house and got another one. Life goes on.
Yeah, it's true. I'm I'm trying to get it sold before everything just goes really crazy, but um, it didn't quite happen that way.
Oh,
But I'm just gonna keep trying to work on it and hope that it all comes out good. I need to go and take care of my mom, and so that's why we're doing it.
wish you all the best with that. Moving,
Thank you.
moving is hard enough when it's just bang bang, you know.
Yeah. Well, I made a mistake in the building that I got, in the company and the whole thing. That was just a flop. So out $2,000. It's all right.
It's pretty hard
I
to
will be.
go. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just be more careful this time.
Pretty hard to go down Craigslist under A, B, C, D and find somebody to help you for a reasonable price.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. When you order from a company, you have to trust who they hire to transport the building where you want it. And they tore up a bunch of things while they were moving it in.
Well, they have insurance, so those companies have insurance, don't they? Surely they do. Been a long time since they used to take the store houses and lift them off the foundation and move them, but it's been a long time since I saw that exercise done. Yeah. And anyway, I wish you the best with her.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe
Good
just
night, Cindy.
say that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
She was talking about Mexico, and that's the problem is uh, cartels running everything there. And um, I actually got a notification that the U.S. consulate in Mexico was hit also. So is Mexico coming after us too? It's like the whole world's coming after us because we look so weak right now.
If you're tired, I'll let you
Maybe
go.
that
You're
kind
tired.
of, yeah. I was up really late last night.
I'll let you go. I'll go now. I'll be up till 4 or 5, so that's my
Oh,
normal
goodness.
day.
And, well, when I'm doing this, I'm like yawning and sleepy, and then go get ready for bed, come in here and bing, wide awake again. And that's when I usually go over to Jeremy or Zach's, whoever's up, and talk to them for a little bit. Then I can fall asleep.
You go to bed and you start looking at the light fixture on the ceiling, which they don't have anymore, really. Anyway,
Oh, thank you, Deb. I don't know who Tom is. I will check that out.
Well, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin if I don't get off here. It's 12:16 on the East Coast.
I appreciate y'all coming up. Thank you.
Thanks
It
for
was good
having
to
me
see you, Ed.
up, Bonnie. And Silver Girl, if you're still out there, good night. We'll see you later.
good night, Deb.
All right,
Y'all
bye.
take care.
Take care.
All right.
Um, I am gonna try and get that link before I close it.
This is giving you insomnia. You might want to get one of the gummies from Shane,
Yeah,
Good night.
I have always been a night owl. Um, always. I like the nighttime.
Good
And
job.
Deb, I do that. I put Christian music on my Pandora and leave it playing all night long, and uh,
That's,
Yeah.
that's a job I had. 5 in the morning, you listen to 5,000 volts going through machinery, and that's your music. No fun.
Yep.
It's a rotten job. But anyway.
All right. Well, I'm gonna close it down, and I guess Gigi's wanting all of us over there tomorrow night. I did not know that.
Good night,
I
Pond.
was gonna get everybody to tell me their favorite Irish food. Good night, Black Watch.
Good night. Let you go to
You
sleep.
take care.
Good night. Bye.
Thank y'all for coming. Y'all have a good evening. Have faith. We got this. God bless y'all. Good night.